हेलो, व्हाट शुड आई से? गुड मॉर्निंग बोलूं, गुड नाइट? कब होगा यार? Anyone in chat waiting? All right. I think people have not woken up. Nobody is awake. I shouldn't. Why did I schedule this session then? Last minute revision. Actually, this is what's most important. Good morning, Arya. How are you? Bhai, most important thing is your last minute revision only. It's okay if you don't sleep for a night. It's not going to ruin your exam. All days are over. Why are you nervous, Arya? Tell me, why are you nervous? Tell me. क्या हुआ? बोलो. Nervous for what? Will it be difficult? Will I be able to solve the questions? Huh? Today only I made a video that even if some question comes and you don't know the complete solution of it, then also आधा पढ़ा है, बहुत डर लग रहा है अंदर से. आधा पढ़ा है, कोई बात नहीं, आधा पढ़ा है ना, आधा, half of it you have studied, right? No problem. Half of it you have studied. No, just even now there is time. Remember, at least do the formulas, the concepts, basic very repeated questions are there in CBSE, है ना? So don't worry, fight till the end, keep learning. All right, chaliye, let's start with our revision. So we'll do it one by one. If you want, if anybody comes and if you want anything for me to start first, anything you want to revise first, then you let me know ki sir, I want to revise this part first, because there is very less population now, so I can do that for you, not a problem. Otherwise, let's start with our very first chapter, which is relation function. I'm going to tell you which type of questions will come, right? How to solve those questions. Very straight away type of questions will come. Even if you check the previous year papers, sample papers, anything, only few categories of questions are there which will come. So let's learn one by one whatever is going to come in our exam. Okay, one by one, let's start with everything. First type, okay, in relation function, they'll definitely ask you to prove that the function is an equivalence function. One function will be given to you, one relation will be given to you, and they'll ask you to prove that this relation is an equivalence relation. How do we read the relation? Relation is n cross n. That means n to n only, right? Relation is n cross n. N means natural numbers. What is it saying? It's saying three type of relations we have, remember, right? Even if you are not able to prove, just write down for equivalence relation, for first of all reflexive. For reflexive relation, for reflexive, what do you need to write? For all A belonging to the main set A. For example, here main set is n, right? A belonging to main set A comma A belongs to the relation. A comma A belongs to the relation. This is your reflexive. For transitive, what do you write? For transitive, how do you write? For transitive, for all A comma B belonging to the main set, if A comma B belongs to R. If A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. This will also belong to R. And third is your this was symmetric. This was symmetric. Sorry. This was symmetric. Right? Now transitive. Third one is transitive. For all A, B belonging to the main set, if A comma B belongs to the relation and B comma C also belongs to the relation, then A comma C will also belong to your relation. This is what you have to write for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. And if a relation is all the three, reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then your relation is called as equivalence. For if it is all the three, then it will be called as equivalence. That's what you need to know. That's it. For example, here what is our relation? A comma B related with C comma D as A plus D equal to B plus C. A comma B related to C comma D. How are they related? How are these two related? Related to is equal to A plus D equal to b plus c. This is what's given, right? This is what's given for all a comma b and c comma d. Now two elements of yours are a comma b and c comma d. This question, definitely remember guys, this has high chances of coming. Some other names might be there, but this question can come in your today's exam. Now how will you prove? First, for reflexive, just write this statement. For reflexive, write this statement. First you will show that it is a reflexive relation, yes or no. Now for how will it be a reflexive relation? For all a comma b belonging to main set, that means n, right? A comma b and a comma b are belonging to your relation, because these are your elements now, right? These are your elements now. For a comma b should belong to your relation. How will a comma b belong to the relation? We know that a comma means what? A plus b will be equal to b plus a. What is it saying? This one, inner one from outer one. Now inner one from outer one. A plus d equal to b plus c. So a plus b equal to b plus a will always be true, is always true for all a comma b belonging to R, is always true. Hence the relation is reflexive. Now we'll check for symmetric. What is the relation between a comma b and c comma d? What is the relation defined? It is defined as a plus d equal to b plus c. This is what's written, right? This is how it will be written. Now what does it mean? That if it is symmetric, then if a comma b and c comma d belongs to relation, then c comma d and a comma b should also belong to relation. Simply, what does this tell us? What does first one tell us? This one is telling a plus d. This means a plus d will be equal to b plus c, right? And what does this tell us? This one tell us, this is your first one, and this one is telling us c plus b will be equal to d plus a. Yes. From first and second, we can simply say both are true. If a plus d is equal to b plus c, then c plus b, that means this, will be equal to d plus a. And here one more thing you can write, from commutative property of addition, you can say that this is true for all a b c d belonging to R. Correct? Now similarly, how will you show that it is transitive? Now we'll say for transitive, what is the condition? That if a plus b, c plus d belongs to R, c plus d and e plus f also belong to R. Right? For transitive, if a comma b and c comma d belongs to R, what will it mean? A plus d equal to b plus c. Write it as first equation, right? And now let's say for some c, let's say for some e and f belonging to R, right? E and f belonging to your main set n. We'll say that c comma d and e comma f are also related. These are also related. Then according to this, what does this mean? This means c plus f equal to e plus d. Correct? C plus f equal to e plus d. Hi sir, I love your determination here, gave me hopes. Alright, same. Yes sir, very good. These are equal. And we already know that, what do we already know from this one? From this one we know a plus d is equal to b plus c. Right? From this we know a plus d is equal to b plus c. This is your second. Right? And what do we, a plus d is equal to b plus c and c plus f is equal to e plus d. Correct? Now if we'll add both of them or subtract both of them, what do we get? Right? Let's add both of them. Okay, just add 1 and 2. Even if you subtract, you'll get the answer a plus d plus c plus f equal to b plus c plus e plus d. Right? From here e will get cancelled with c, will get cancelled with c. What else will get cancelled? D will get cancelled with d. And what will you get? A plus f equal to b plus e. Correct? you'll get this. What does this mean? This implies that A, B and EF also belong to the relation. This is transitive. This is how we can simply say that your relation is complete. As your relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, you can simply say that your relation is a equivalence relation. These many steps only you have to write. Simple, just do some writing, okay? Know the basic idea of equivalence relation, reflexive, transitive and symmetric, and then you'll be able to solve in the question. One is this type of question which is going to be very important. Now this particular also can come in 5 marks. Here also you have to do the same thing. Relation R is defined by set of natural numbers n, where R is the relation between x and y. X belongs to natural numbers, y also belongs to natural numbers. 2x plus y is equal to 41. 2x plus y equal to 41. Okay, this is given to you. Now try this. 2x, find the domain and range of the relation. Also verify R is reflective, symmetric and transitive. Domain and range. By 2x plus y is equal to 41. Right? Now, if I write it like this, y is equal to minus 2x plus 41. Domain and range, simple meaning. Try to understand simple meaning. What all values can x take over here? What all values can x take over here? X can be any natural number. X can be any natural number. So domain is the values which x can take. So domain is natural numbers, because x belongs to natural numbers. X can take all the values. What will y? If x is natural number, whatever. If x is natural number, is it necessary that y will also be natural number? Right? Is it necessary? Y also has to be natural number. Y can be any natural number. Right? But from this, what are we getting? Minus 2x plus 41. So minus 2x plus 41, if it wants to be natural number, minus 2x plus 41 should be greater than 0, right? Then only y can become natural number. It should be great. Natural numbers are greater than 0. So what is this giving us? Minus 2x greater than minus 41. So x should be greater than 41 by 2. X should just be greater than 41 by 2. So y means range. So your range becomes what? Your range of this relation becomes what? 41 by 2 to infinity. Simple, right? All the values it can take. Okay, or otherwise one more way you can do this, one more simple way you can understand this. See, x will start with 1 because x belongs to natural numbers. So if we take x as 1, y will come out, simple way of understanding. If you take x as 1, y will come out as 41 minus 2, that means 39. Right? If you take x as 2, y will decrease. If you take x as 2, y will decrease. Y will come out how much? 4. 41 minus 4, that means 37. 3. Now till where can you put these values? Till where can you put these values? Till 40. Right? So that means x can be till 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 20. Right? X can be. This is about function. If this was a function. Now we are finding the domain and range of our relation. So this can be till 20 and y can be till 1. Right? So y will belong to close 1 to 39. That means range. This is your range of the relation. And x will belong to natural numbers starting from 1 to 20. 1 to 20. Where x and y both are your natural numbers. Right? Because x and y both need to be natural numbers. If y becomes negative, then these are not natural numbers anymore. Simple thing. Yes, 1 to 20. Very good. Now to prove reflexive, symmetric and transitive, also we need to verify that your relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay. So now you see, you have what all values you have in x. What all values we have in x? X is equal to this set. X is equal to this set, which is 1 to 20. Okay. And y is equal to what set? Y is equal to 1 to 39. Okay, now simply we can prove with the same way we proved in the last one, that it is going to be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. We can prove it here also. Right, one domain will be 1 to 20, range will be 1 to 39. Will R be reflexive? Will R be reflexive? By R is not reflexive. You'll write like this: R is not reflexive. Why is R not reflexive? In this type of question, why is R not reflexive? Because you can see as 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation. 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation. If you do 2 into 2 plus 2, it is not equal to 41, right? So 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation. 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, a comma a, all a comma a should belong to the relation. All the elements 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So you'll see, you'll just simply take any one value. 2 comma 2 does not belong to this relation. Now is it transitive? Is it transitive? Sorry, is it symmetric? Is it symmetric? Is it symmetric? How will you show? Take any two elements, 1 comma 39. If 1 comma 39 belongs to R, then 39 comma 1 should also belong to R, right? Is it possible? If I take x as 1 and y as 39, 39 plus 2 is 41. But if I take x as 39 and y as 1, then 39 into 2 plus 1 is not 49, right? 1 comma 39 belongs to R, but 39 comma 1 does not belong to R. That means not symmetric. Take any two values, it will be allowed totally. You don't have to take A and B only. Take values and show, right? Now third thing, transitive. Is it transitive? Is it transitive? If let's say take any two value, 1 comma 2 belongs to R, then if 2 comma 3 belongs to R, then 1 comma 3 also should belong to R. Suppose if 1 comma 2 belongs to R, or no, we have to take some real value. Let's say so this is for 20 to 40 plus 1, 20 comma 1 belongs to R. 20 comma 1 belongs to R, correct? And 1 comma, so and if 20 comma 1 belongs to R, 20 into 2, 40 plus 1, 41. Now take x as 1. X if we take 1, so y will become 39. So 1 comma 39 belongs to R. 1 comma 39 belongs to R. Now if 20 comma 1, a comma b belongs to R, b comma c belongs to R, then a comma c also should belong to R. But we can clearly see that 20 comma 39 does not belong to R. It is not satisfying the relation. So it is not transitive. We'll simply take the values and show that it is neither transitive, nor reflexive, nor symmetric, not even transitive. And this is what's the case with any linear relation. Generally with linear relation, so if you see a linear relation, show it like this: not symmetric, not transitive, not reflexive. But for function, how to show, I showed you in the starting, right? All the values it will take greater than 39. Now this type of question, show that the relation set A 1 2 3 4 5 given by R, a comma b, where a mod of a minus b is divisible by 2, is an equivalence relation. Write all the equivalents R. Can we do this? Right? A comma a, will a comma a belong to R? A comma a means what are the elements in the set? 1 comma 1 belongs to R, correct? 1 comma 1 belongs to R. 1 minus 1 will be 0, right? 2 minus 2 will be 0, 3 minus 3 will be 0. So yes, 0 is divisible by 2. 0 is divisible by 2. So we'll simply say mod of a minus a is equal to 0, which is divisible by 2. Which is divisible by 2. Hence, for all a comma a belonging to set A, sorry, for all a which are belonging to main set A comma a will belong to the relation, because it will always give you 0. Correct? Now second thing, which is symmetric again. So you know that if a comma b belongs to R, that means a minus b, mod of a minus b is divisible by 2. Is divisible by 2. It is what it means. This is what it implies. And then b comma a belongs to R would mean what? B minus a is also divisible by 2. Is also divisible, or you can write this in starting. And since since you'll write since b minus a is also equal to 0, hence b comma a also belongs to R. For all a and b belonging to set A. For all a and b belonging to your main set, which is A. Simply like this. This is how you have to show. Very important question. Multiple times it has repeated. So that means if a comma b belongs to R, b comma a also belongs to R. That means simply we can say that this is a symmetric. Hence your R is symmetric. Hence your R is symmetric. Third thing, transitive. But if a comma b belongs to R, if a comma b belongs to R, what does it mean? This means a minus b is divisible by 2. Is divisible by 2. That means it is even, right? It is even. And b comma c, if b comma c belongs to R, for all b and c belonging to main set A, b minus c is also even. Divisible by 2 means even. You can write like this also. You can write, instead of divisible by 2, write like this, even. Better only. Now, a minus b mod of this plus mod of b minus c. Mod of b minus c can be written as a minus b plus b minus c. Right? Now, this is even. This is even. Even plus even will always be equal to even. Correct? If we add two even things, we'll always get an even result. So we'll show that even plus even is always equal to even. And this means minus b plus b will get cancelled. And this means a minus c is equal to even. That means a minus c is also divisible by 2. That means a comma c implies that a comma c also belongs to R. If a comma b belongs to R, b comma c belongs to R, then a comma c also belongs to R. That's why this relation is symmetric, transitive and reflexive. Hence, it is equivalence relation. Simple. 5-mark question, done and dusted. If you just do this much also. Okay. Now, functions. In functions, these type of questions, this is also a 5-mark question, 5-mark question. If minus 1 comma 1, if a is equal to minus 1 comma 1, including minus 1 and 1, then discuss whether the following functions defined on a are 1 1 onto or bijective. How to prove 1 1 onto or bijective? Now remember two things. For 1 1, how to prove 1 1? For example, we are taking first function. Always take let x1 and x2. Let x1 and x2 be such that f of x1, do like this. Let start like this only. F of x1 equal to f of x2. Now, take any two, just write let x1 and x2 be two values for which f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Then put over here. That means x1 by 2 will be equal to x2 by 2. Correct? F of x1 will be what? x1 by 2. F of x2 will be x2 by 2. This gives x1 equal to x2. If you are getting, on putting f of x1 equal to f of x2, if you are getting x1 equal to x2, that means this is implies that f of x is a 1 1 function. 1 1 function. Right? This is how you have to do. Let's check on second one. On second one, for 1 1. For 1 1. F of x1 equal to f of x2. Right? What is this mod function? That means mod x1 equal to mod x2. Right? Will they be equal? Will they be equal? No. Mod x1 equal to mod x2 means x1 equal to plus or minus x2. This means x1 equal to plus or minus x2. That means they are not equal. x1 equal to x2 only should come. But here we are getting x1 equal to plus or minus x2. That means not 1 1. Not 1 1. Okay, these type of questions can come. 1 mark also, these will definitely come. X mod x, if you take put x1 mod x1 x equal to x2 mod x2, right? Put x1 mod of x1 equal to x2 mod of x2. This will definitely give you x1 equal to x2. x1 equal to x2. This will definitely, but if x1 is positive, then it will be x1 equal to x2 x2 equal. If x1 is negative also, this will give you minus x1 square and minus x2 square. So then also equal, right? In either of the cases, it is getting equal. But this case, x1 will come out to be equal to plus or minus x2. So remember that. Okay. Now let's say third function, k of x equal to x square. Definitely x1 square, if I put equal to x2 square, if I put x1 square equal to x2 square, this will also give me x1 equal to plus or minus x2. It can be anything, no? If x1 is 2, x2 can be minus 2 also. Then also they'll be equal. Correct? Only in this case we'll get x1 equal to x2. X mod x equal to x2 mod x2. In this case we are going to get x1 equal to x2. Remember this thing. Right? Now, second thing, which is how to prove that it is onto. Second thing, onto. How to prove onto. So, simple step for 1, 1. Now, for onto, what you need to do? For onto, simply do let y is equal to f of x. What do you do? Let y equal to f of x. Now, that means y is equal to x by 2. Now, find x. That means x will be equal to 2y. Right? Now, what all values can y accept? Y can accept any value. No problem at all. That means y belongs to R. Now, y belongs to R means this is the range of the function. Y belongs to R means this is the range of the function. Correct? This is what it means, that this is the range of the function. Now, if your range comes equal to codomain, sir, differential equation is pending as my clock. Can I get mark of 70? Yeah, we'll do some important things about differential equation. Just remember, even if you remember the linear differential equation formulas, no, that's also enough. Revise that before going. Okay, I think you should do that. Now, whenever you get range equal to your codomain, whenever you have your range equal to your codomain, here what is the codomain? Minus 1 to 1, but range y can be anything, right? It's not necessary minus 1 to 1. That means it is neither 1. This is not bijective, because this is not onto and not 1 1 also. This is not onto. If your range is equal to your codomain, then only you can say that it is 1 1, that it is onto. Now, second one, again let's say y is equal to mod of x. Now again, let's say y is equal to mod of x, right? So x, if you square both the sides also, if you square both the sides, y square is equal to x square you'll get, and x will be equal to profile like this. So this is also not onto, right? Range will not be equal to codomain. What will be the range? Y can only be positive values. Only the positive values. Every positive value it can take, which is not equal. So this is also not onto. This is also not onto. Same case, third one. But in third one, if we see, third one is y is equal to x mod of x. That means y is equal to x square. In this case, we can write y is equal to x square. Now here x can belong to anything from a. X belongs to anything from a, minus 1 to 1. That means this is onto and 1 1 both. This was 1 1 also, and this is onto also, right? So this has range minus 1 to 1 only. This has the same range over there. That means this is your onto function. This is your onto function. 1 1 and onto, that means only this one we are getting as bijective. Because if this is not 1 1, this was not 1 1. This will be neither 1 1 nor onto, because y will be equal to x square and x will be equal to square root of y. Now y over here can accept only positive values, no negative value. But a, what is your codomain? Minus 1 to 1. But it will only accept 0 to 1 values. That means range is not equal to codomain. That why this is also not onto function. This is also not an onto function. Okay, 1 1 and onto, these type of questions, remember that. For example, let's do this one. Show that R0 to R0. R0 to R0 means R0 means it is a set of non-zero real numbers. That means all the real numbers but except 0. Defined as f of x equal to 1 by x. F of x is equal to 1 by x. What is it saying? Is the result true? Sorry. Is 1 1 onto where R0 is set of all real numbers? We have to prove that this is 1 1 as well as onto. How did we learn 1 1? 1 1, how did we learn? We just said that let f of x1 equal to f of x2, right? This is how we have learned. We'll just let f of x1 equal to f of x2. Simple thing. First thing we'll do. Now, so that means 1 by x1 equal to 1 by x2. This means implies that x1 is equal to x2. This means that x1 is equal to x2. Right? So we'll simply write so f of x is 1 1, definitely 1 1. Correct? Now onto. Now we'll show that it is onto also. Now what we'll do, let y is equal to f of x. Y equal to f of x. Multiple times these questions are repeated. Please pay attention. Last minute revision. Now y is equal to f of x. That means y is equal to 1 by x. That means x is equal to 1 by y. Now what all values can y take? Y can be anything except 0. That is the codomain, right? Y can be anything except 0, and this is what is called R0. That means R0 only. R0 means what? Set of non-zero real numbers. That means what is our range? Range is R0. Y, what all values y can take, right? So range is R0. Range is equal to codomain. We'll simply write range equal to codomain. Hence f of x is onto. Hence f of x is onto. Correct? Now second part of the question. In 5-mark question there will always be second part of the question. Don't forget that. Solve completely. Now is the result true if domain R0 is replaced by n with codomain being the same? That means the function will be from n to R0. That means x can be anything. Sorry, x can be only natural number. But codomain, that means function's value can be any non-zero number. Function can be any non-zero number. What does it mean actually? This means that range, that means x values can only be natural numbers, but result, that means f of x, can be any real number except 0, any non-zero real number. Is it true? Do you think? Will the result be same? Will it be 1 1 and onto in that case also? It will be 1 1. It will be definitely 1 1 because x1 x1 will come equal to x2. It will be definitely 1 1. But what about onto? What about onto? Now if you want your x to be equal to 1 by y and x has to be a natural number, then y cannot be any real number, right? If your x has to be natural number, then y cannot be any for x to be natural number, y cannot be R0. Y cannot belong to R0, or y does not belong to R0. We'll simply write like that, right? Y cannot be, x has to be natural number. If I put y as 2, x won't be natural number, no? Right? So y will not belong to R0. That means codomain will not come equal to range. Hence the function will not be onto in this case. If you change your domain with n, and this is domain, right? This is domain and this is your codomain. This is your codomain. Just remember this much. This codomain should come equal to range, which is the possible values for y. Okay, let's go ahead. Show that this function defined by f of x is equal to x by 1 plus mod x. Can we do this? So just simply put, for 1 1 will put 1 by mod x1 equal to x2 divided by 1 plus mod x2. Cross multiply and show x plus x1 mod x2 equal to x2 plus x2 mod x1. These will get cancelled. These are same only. These will get cancelled. x2 mod x1 will get cancelled with x1 mod x2. Correct? So that means x1 is equal to x2. That means here also we are getting x1 equal to x2. Hence this is definitely 1 1 function. Hence this is definitely a 1 1 function. Now one more important thing to note down over here. X is from minus 1 to 1. Right? X is from minus 1 to 1. Only from minus 1 to 1. That means the same function I can write in two ways. If it is negative or if it is positive, right? Not equal to minus 1, not equal to plus 1 also. Not equal to minus 1 also, not equal to plus 1 also. So in this one, in this particular area, it will always be x upon 1 plus mod x will open with x only. Right? Mod x will open with x only. So this I'll take equal to y. Because look at your domain of the function. X can be only between minus 1 to 1. That means always it will open with a positive sign. Right? In from minus 1 to 0, or your y will be equal to, if it is from 0 to 1, then it will open like this. If it is from minus 1 to 0, then your y will be equal to 1 by 1 minus x. That's it. Check in both the cases. Check in both the cases. Here also you can do separately. Here also. Here in this case also, this will x1 will come equal to x2 in both the cases. You can check like this. When x is between minus 1 to 0, and here you can check from when x is between 0 to 1. Check separately. So here what will become your x value? Just find out the x value which is going to come over here. X value which is going to come over here. Right? So y plus, simply we'll do y plus yx equal to x. That means your y into 1 plus x will be equal to x. Y upon 1 minus y equal to x. And from here what will you get? X equal to y minus x. Wait, just let's solve only. Y minus yx is equal to x. Okay, so from here we are getting y into 1 minus x. X plus yx equal to y. Then x will be equal to y upon 1 plus y. Now here y cannot be equal to 1 and here y cannot be equal to minus 1. So your range is anything except minus 1 and 1. This only is your codomain. This only will become your codomain. But y, if we put y equal to minus 1, if we take x equal to minus 1, if we are taking x equal to minus 1, then we are getting y equal to minus 1 plus y. Just try taking x equal to minus 1 here. Then your y will come out equal to minus 1 plus y. Right? Check once. Do that on your own once. Right? So, if you can take any value, y cannot be only minus 1 and 1, and it is also not included in our codomain. So codomain is equal to our range. Simply, that means it is 1 1 as well as on 2. So just remember two steps. Fx1 equal to fx2. When you are taking, then x1 should come equal to x2. Change from y to x. If your codomain is coming equal to range, that means your function is onto also. Now What will be, what all about this function? This function I think just now we solved, right? R0 belongs to, yeah, just now we solved. Right? So this has come in assertion reason also. Assertion means that function is 1 1 and onto, this function came out as 1 1 and onto both, and if you change the domain to n and range remains the same, then it will be 1 1 but not onto. That means reason is false, right? That means reason is false. Assertion is true and reason is false will be your simple answer. Assertion is true here and reason is false over here. Check this also. R is a relation. Assertion, reason, definitely there are chances will come from relation and function, right? Most of the chances are there that they will, assertion reason question are more better from relation and function. Read this. A relation R is a set of A given by A comma B. A minus B is even. Just now we did this, right? R is an equivalence relation for sure. R is definitely an equivalence relation. All elements 1, 3, 5 are related to elements of 2, 4. What? This does not have any relevance, right? 1, 3, 5 are related to 2, 4. 1 minus 2 is not even. 3 minus 4 is also not even. 3 minus 2 also is not even. Correct? 5 minus 2 is also not even. 5 minus 4 is also not even. That means reason is false. Assertion is true, reason is false. Here also. That means reason is false. Assertion true, reason false. A function f is defined from R to R as this question, last year's question, and I think this can also repeat, or this type can repeat. F of x is ax plus b such that f of 1 is 1 and f of 2 is 2. F of 1 is 1. F of 1 means what? A into 1 plus b. This is equal to 1. And f of 2 means what? F of 2 means what? 2 into a plus b. This is equal to 2. This is equal to 3. This is given to us equal to 3. That means a plus b is equal to 1 and 2a plus b is equal to 3. Then what should be the values of a and b? Just solve this. So we'll get 2a plus 2b equal to 2. That means 2b minus b, b equal to 2 minus 3 minus 1. B will be equal to minus 1. Correct? And a will be equal to 2. A will be equal to 2. Right? B equal to minus 1 and a equal to 2. That means your function f of x is nothing but 2x minus 1. This is your function. And you just now saw that this type of function, now 1 1 and onto, right? Simply 2x1 minus 1 equal to 2x2 minus 1. If you will put, then x1 will come out equal to x2. Definitely yes. Okay. Now what all values can take x take over here? X can take any value, any real value. So what is the domain of this function? Domain of this function is real numbers. Range of this function also, any result can come. If x can take any value, y can be anything. So range will also be any real number. Not a problem. Now what we'll do, we'll check for showing onto. We'll check y equal to, we'll take y equal to 2x minus 1 simply. From here we'll get x value, that means y plus 1 divided by 2 equal to x. Now y, here also y has no problem, y is not in the denominator. So y can take any value. Here also y can take any value. That means range is equal to codomain. This is our codomain, and y also belongs to your real numbers. Y also belongs to the real numbers. That means our range is equal to codomain, and hence there is no problem. No problem at all. So this is 1 1 as well as onto both. This function will come out to be 1 1 as well as onto both. Very important. This question again, reflexive, symmetric and transitive. A has these set, x square minus y square mod should be less than 8. 1 comma 1. So first let's talk about reflexive. Right? 1 comma 1, simply check 1 comma 1, or for if you want to check like this 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, you can simply check 1 minus 1 0, 0 is less than 8, 2 minus 2 0, 0 is less than 8, 3 minus 3 0. So for all a belonging to the main set a comma a implies that a square minus a square mod will be less than 8. Hence A comma A belongs to R for all A belonging to main set A, the relation is reflexive. It is reflexive. We'll simply write that this is reflexive. Now symmetric also we can check over here. If A comma B belongs to R, suppose if A comma B belongs to R, that means A square minus B square is less than 8. Now 1 square minus 2 square, mod less than 8. If A square minus B square mod is less than 8, then definitely no, B square minus A square mod will also be less than 8, because this will be just negative of this, right? B square minus A square will be negative of this, will it also be less than 8? By suppose if 16 minus 25, that means 4 square minus 5 square, just take an example, 4 square minus 5 square. Sir relation skip कर दो, question simple होते हैं आप. Okay. Okay. Let's take about what I was saying. Let's take an example, 4 square minus 5 square, 16 minus 25. That means 9. It is not less than 8. Mod if we are taking, it is not less than 8. So 25 minus 16 will also not belong to R. And suppose 3 square minus 4 square, 9 minus 16. That means 7. 7 is less than 8. So 16 minus 9 will also be less than 8, because we are taking mod. So that means if A comma B belongs to R, B comma A also belongs to R. That means it is reflexive and symmetric. Now transitive, it will not come out to be as transitive. It will not come out to be as transitive. You can simply write the statements. If A square minus B square is less than 8 and B square minus C square is also less than 8, right? Suppose A square minus B square mod is less than 8 and B square minus C square mod, it will come out or not? Check. Will be less than 8. Add both the sides. So A square minus B square plus B square minus A square, B square minus A square, mod of it will be less than 16. Both sides will be added. No, these sides will also be added. In inequality we'll have to do like this, B square minus C square over here. So that means it will not come out as your transitive function, transitive relation. Now second part is your in inverse trigonometry, one MCQ and one 2-mark question. Very simple question is going to come, right? And chances are that they might ask you to draw the graph of an inverse function. So please remember all the graphs. At last time also just revise for the last time all the graphs. Sine inverse x, y equal to sine inverse x, like this, right? So it will start from here. For cos you'll have to just shift it a little bit. It will start from here. It will start from 0 and will go at pi, then 2 pi, 3 pi. Just remember like this. Minus pi, minus 2 pi. Simply remember like this. So if they are asking you to draw the inverse, this is y equal to sine x. If you remember this much also, then also you can draw y equal to sine inverse x. Sine inverse x graph, this graph only is inverted. Same graph only is inverted. Or here also if you put this as y and this as x, then also it will work. Don't worry. In the same sine x graph, if you put x-axis as y and y-axis as x, no, then also it is going to work. Don't worry about it. The examiner is going to give you marks on that. Cos inverse, cos x graph, if you remember, right? Minus pi, pi, it will be 1 at 0 when, just simply remember like this. Cos is 1 when theta is 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. So it will be like this. It will keep going on like this. And this only you have to invert. This is from your NCERT only. So just go through your NCERT and please revise these graphs. Please revise these graphs. Make a picture of these graphs in your head, because one of the graphs can come and chances are that cot inverse can come, because cot inverse has repeatedly been there in the sample papers which are published by CBSE. So there is a chance they can give you a simple question that plot the graph of cot inverse x. So y equal to cot x graph is like this. Y equal to cot x graph is like this. At pi by 2, minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, it becomes 0, right? It is not defined at 0. It is not defined near 0. So this is how the cot x graph is, and this only you have to invert. Or here only just take this as x, this is y. right? Or if you can invert, it will look better. There are more chances of. Now, second most important thing in your ITF is just remembering the domain and range of all the inverse functions. Sine inverse domain is -1 to 1. That means x can lie from -1 to 1, and value of sine inverse is only allowed in principal range. That means -π/2 to π/2. Cos inverse, your domain will be from -1 to 1, and its value is only allowed from 0 to pi. Value is only allowed from 0 to pi. Cosec inverse, and it can accept any real number. X can be any real number except -1 and 1, and its value will be from -π/2 to π/2 except 0. Cos inverse never gets 0. Cos theta also never gets 0, so that means 0. Sec inverse are -1 to 1, 0 to, and range is 0 to pi -π/2. Range is important because if they ask you some value, sec inverse some 1/3 or something, then whatever answer you are giving should be in this range, should be between this. Tan inverse -π/2 to π/2, cot inverse from 0 to pi. Now these, if you want to remember over here, these are going to be in couples, right? Sine inverse, cos inverse, cosec inverse, sec inverse, tan inverse, cot inverse. These are your domain is coupled like this. Now range, simply remember, for range there is nothing. -π/2 to π/2, 0 to pi. Here also -π/2 to π/2, 0 to pi except π/2, and this -π/2 to π/2, 0 to pi again, right? Here except 0, here except π/2. -π/2 to π/2 only, and then 0 to pi again, -π/2 to π/2, 0 to pi, -π/2 to π/2, 0 to pi. In cosec 0 is not allowed, and in sec π/2 is not allowed. Simply remember like this. सो जाओ सर इनवर्स के मैंने बस प्रॉपर्टी याद करी. हाँ ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. Inverse actually more than property in your syllabus. These type of questions are there. Those formulas and all are not there. Tan inverse of a plus b, tan inverse of a minus b, these are not going to come in the exam. These are not mentioned in the syllabus. Okay, find the value of tan inverse. Come on, try finding this. Now -π/3, tan is negative in second quadrant. Π/3 means 1/√3 means π/6, and second quadrant means pi minus π/6, correct? Because tan, what is the range of tan? X can take any value except from -π/2 to π/2. Sorry, the range, the result can be anything between -π/2 to π/2. So just either, if you want to do like this, so you can also do like this, tan inverse of tan minus π/6 or 5π/6. Minus π/6 also means 5π/6, right? So you can do like this and then show that it is equal to π/6. 5π/6 is not between -π/2 to π/2. -π/2 to π/2 means fourth quadrant and first quadrant. So 5π/6 does not come there. So you'll have to do again pi minus π/6. Again you'll have to do pi minus π/6. Then you'll get π/6 in this domain. -π/2 to π/2, π/6 will come over there. That means this value, tan inverse of -1/√3 will become equal to π/6. You have to give your answer between -π/2 to π/2. Even if you remember the ranges properly, then you'll be able to give your answer like this. Now cot inverse 1/√3. Cot is allowed from 0 to pi. Cot inverse 1/√3. When is cot 1/√3? At pi/3. 60 degree, no? At pi/3, cot becomes 1/√3. And yes, pi/3 comes between 0 to pi, so we'll take pi/3. What is the range for cot? 0 to pi. So it comes between 0 to pi, so we'll take pi/3. Similarly, tan inverse sine minus pi/2. Just remember this, tan inverse of sine minus pi/2. Sine minus pi/2 is a value. What is the value of sine minus pi/2? Sine pi/2 is 1. Sine minus pi/2 is -1. Correct? -1. So this will become tan inverse of -1. Now minus tan inverse of minus theta is minus tan theta only. That means minus tan inverse 1. Now tan inverse 1 means pi by 4. And yes, tan is allowed from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So tan inverse of 1 will become equal to minus pi by 4. Negative tan inverse of 1 will become minus pi by 4. So your answer will be pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus pi by 4. Simple answer, pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus pi by 4. So these answer you have to give range wise. Just remember range wise answers you are supposed to give. Sir ये 10th के लिए है, ये 13th के लिए, 12th for 12th 10 में कितने हैं? सर डर लग रहा है. डर से क्या होगा बाबू? What will happen with डर? जितना टाइम बचा है, whatever time is left, prepare in that time ना. डर के you will keep डरिंग only, keep fearing that. Okay, there is no point in डर लग रहा है. Now try this. 600 minus 600. So if this type of value comes, just multiply with pi into 180. 600 multiplied with pi into 180. Pi divided by 180. That's it. Because this is given, because this 600 is given in degrees. So this will definitely come conversion from degree to radian. When you are going from degree to radian, multiply with pi by 180. Remember these small things, no? When you are going from degree to radian, multiply with pi by 180. So minus 600 will be multiplied with pi by 180. How much will it become? It will become 10 pi. 6 3s are 18. 10 pi by 3 minus 10 pi by 3. So we have sine inverse of sine minus 10 pi by 3. Sine of minus, that means 10 pi by 3. Sine of minus will come out of it. Simply sine inverse, it will become minus sine. Now 10 pi by 3 will write. 10 pi by 3 is greater than 2 pi also. So 4 pi also, it's greater than 4 pi also. So 4 will subtract from 4 pi. 4 pi, with this can be written as 4 pi minus 2 pi by 3. We'll write like this. Okay, 10 pi by 3 can be written like this. Right? 10 pi by 3 you can write in with as 4 pi minus 2 pi by 3. You have to bring it in the range. You just have to bring it in the range of sine. Nothing else. Range of sine is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So bring it in the range as much as you can. Now it will become sine inverse 4 pi minus, that means fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant sine is negative. So this will come out to be as negative, and negative will become positive. Correct? Negative will become positive. This is 4 pi minus means fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant sine is negative, and this negative will become positive. So this will become sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2? No. So we'll again subtract. We'll again try to bring. What can we subtract it with? We can subtract with pi. 2 pi by 3 means greater than pi by 2 this side. So this we'll make it pi minus 2 pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3. We can write it as pi minus pi by 3. Sine pi minus theta is positive. Correct? Positive. So this will remain positive. This will become sine inverse of sine pi by 3. And now we can write this is equal to pi by 3, because pi by 3 is between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So the answer will become pi by 3. Your answer will be pi by 3. सर बोर्ड्स के पहले क्या खाना चाहिए? बहुत बढ़िया रहा, वेरी गुड. Motivation if you need. This is one chance. Do everything that you can. 12th marks, the class 12th marks are going to be there with you for the entire life wherever you go. Okay, so try your best. You have still time. Till the fight has started, your preparation should be so intact that when you go for the fight, you fight with all that you have. So fight till the end. if you think that you are not prepared, if you are feeling scared, keep studying. Don't worry, exam won't go back. For those 3 hours, your focus will be there in the exam. It won't be anywhere else. How to pass? Beta, how to pass? There is one video on this channel only. Some important tips are just about how to pass the exam. If you think that you are about to fail, fill something in fill something in all the answers. Related formula, related concept, anything you have to do. Right? 29 marks are not that great deal. 28 marks only you'll need to pass. So that's not a great deal. Fill your paper with whatever concepts you know. Attend this session only. That also will help you to pass. Using the principal values, write cot inverse 1/2 and 2 sine inverse 1/2. Come on, try to do this. So sine inverse, oh sorry, this is, yeah, 2 sine inverse. Okay, this you can do. Cos inverse 1/2 will become cos inverse of cos pi by 3. Right? And sine inverse minus 1/2 will become, sine inverse 1/2 will become sine inverse sine pi by 6. So what do you have? Pi by 3 plus 2 into pi by 6. Right? You have to show like that. That you have to write the range and everything. Okay, range and everything. Pi by 2 plus 2 into pi by 6. That means pi by 3 plus pi by 3. That means your answer will become 2 pi by 3. Answer will simply come as 2 pi by 3. But solve completely. It's 2 marks. At least write the range of sine inverse and cos inverse both. Okay. This type of question definitely can come. It is there in sample papers also, and it has come in one of the set last year also. They can ask you to just simply draw the sine inverse, cos inverse or cot inverse graph. Remember all the graphs. Check once again. At least remember why sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, cosec x and sec x graph. You just have to invert them from x and y axis. Write x as y and y as x and you'll be done for it. Now matrices. Very easy, very scoring and very easy. Simple chapter. Okay. What all types of matrices we have? Row matrix, column matrix, zero matrix, horizontal matrix, vertical matrix, sequence or square matrix. Row matrix, only one row is there. Column matrix, only one column is there. Zero means there is no element or all the elements are zero. That means zero matrix. Horizontal matrix which looks wide. That means number of columns are more. Vertical matrix which looks tall. That means number of rows are more than number of columns. Okay. And square matrix means number of rows equal to number of columns. Horizontal matrix means number of rows are less than columns. Vertical matrix means number of rows are more than columns. Right? These things can come in MCQs. These small definitions can come in your MCQs. Square matrix, that means which looks like this, equal number of rows and columns. Right? Diagonal matrix, that means only diagonal elements are non-zero except that everything is zero. Diagonal matrix means like this. Now algebra means how to add the matrix. How, when are two matrices equal? Suppose in that question, in the question they give you that suppose x, y, 2, 3 is equal to -1, 4, 2, 3. So this means x is equal to -1, y is equal to 4, 2 is equal to 2, 3 equal to 3 already is there. Now here what they can give you, here they can give you one thing more. Here they can give you this type of equation. Right? Then also every element, every corresponding element is equal to one another. That means that matrices are equal. Equal matrices means corresponding elements are equal to one another. So simple question can come on this also. Remember that. Addition of matrix, simple addition. You just have to add element by element. 2 plus 5, 7, 3 plus 1, 4, minus 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 0, 5, 0 plus 2, 2, 1 plus 1, 2. Like that. Add corresponding element wise. सर पास नहीं हुए तो आपकी गलती होगी, आप गारंटी लो. वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया, वेरी नाइस. के इफ यू आर मल्टीप्लाइंग, देखो इफ इस टाइम पे अगर उठे हुए बैठे हो ना तो आई डोंट थिंक मुश्किल ही लग रहा है. राइट? मेरी गलती. इफ यू वांट टू ब्लेम इट ऑन मी, ब्लेम इट ऑन मी. आई डोंट केयर ओनली फॉर दैट. के if you are multiplying a constant inside the matrix, then you have to multiply with all the elements. If you are taking a constant common from entire matrix, that constant should be there in all the elements of the matrix. Okay. All right. Multiplication of two matrix. How to multiply two matrix? Very simple thing. Let's simply do like this only. Suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. Multiplied with 2, 3, 4, minus 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4. Okay. So multiply row and column wise. Now remember one thing. That suppose you have a matrix whose order is 2 cross 3 and this is a matrix whose order is 3 cross 2. Can you multiply these two matrices? Yes. This number of columns in this should be equal to number of rows in this. Just remember that much. Number of columns here should be equal to number of rows here. Then only you can multiply. Suppose if I change the order over here. Suppose I make it 2 cross 3. Can these be multiplied? No, we cannot multiply them, right? Because this 3 is not equal to this 2. This 3 is not equal to this 2. So we cannot multiply these two matrices. For example, this will be how much? This will be your 2 cross 3. That means 2 rows and 3 columns, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and here 2 rows and 3 columns. Here also you have 2 rows and 3 columns. So 1, 2. Can you multiply these two? Can you multiply these two? No, you will not be able to multiply these two. Okay. These are both 2 cross 3 matrix, but you will not be able to multiply these two. Right. On this multiple times questions are asked. Now associative property, A multiplied with B multiplied with C is equal to A multiplied with B multiplied with C. You can multiply in any order if 3 matrices are there. But in matrice, just remember that AB is not equal to BA. AB is not always equal to BA. Remember that thing simply. It's equal in some cases. Suppose A is multiplied with I, then I multiplied with A, these two are equal, or A multiplied with A will be equal to A multiplied with A. In this case, these are equal. Same matrices, if you are multiplying, then it's okay, otherwise not. For example, one MCQ question came in 2024 only. For example, let's say there is this matrix whose order is 2 cross 3. Okay, and you are multiplying it with a matrix whose order is 3 cross 4. Now these can be multiplied. The resultant matrix will be of order 2 cross 4. The resultant matrix will be of order 2 cross 4. Now they can ask you a question like this, that if this matrix is being multiplied with this, can you multiply in the reverse order also? That means, can you multiply 3 cross 4 with 2 cross 3? The answer is no, because here number of columns and number of rows are equal, but in this case number of columns and number of rows are not equal. You can only multiply if your pre-multiplier is equal to post-multiplier. Sorry, post-multiplier and pre-multiplier of both are equal. Only in this case you can multiply. I'll show you which type of questions can be asked. Okay, I into A, you multiply any matrix with identity matrix, you'll always get A. Simple revision. Any matrix multiplied with null matrix will give a null matrix. Correct. How to transpose? Transpose means what? Number and rows interchange. Suppose you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it's transpose. This is your A, let's say. So how will be A dash or A transpose? Both will be, just interchange the rows and column. So 1, 2, 3, make the row as column. 4, 5, 6, second row also as column. 7, 8, 9, that means 7, 8, 9 over here. Rows and columns interchange, and that creates your transpose. Now simple property is related to transpose. Transpose of a transpose will always be equal to A. A plus B whole transpose will be equal to A transpose plus B transpose. K multiplied with Ka multiplied with transpose, you can take the constant inside and outside of transpose. This is most important. They can ask you in MCQs. They can simply ask you this thing in MCQs. AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose multiplied with A transpose. AB whole transpose can be written as B transpose. Reversal law. Reversal law is true for transpose, inverse and adjoint. Okay, transpose, inverse and adjoint. Transpose, inverse and adjoint. Remember this simple thing. Now this one question on symmetric and skew symmetric is definitely mandate. There is high chance that if they want to give a good question on metrics, then they can give you in symmetric and skew symmetric metrics. And I'll show you what will be the question. They'll ask you to show a matrix as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric metrics. Just to revise you, what do we mean by symmetric and skew symmetric metrics? Remember simple things. If transpose of A is equal to A, then it means symmetric. And if transpose of A is equal to negative of A, this means skew symmetric. Okay, this means skew symmetric. Now, for example, this particular matrix, if we see, now if we transpose this, suppose I make 2, 1, 3 over here, 1, 0, minus 2 over here, and 3, minus 2, 5 over here. Now, this and this both look same. I interchange the row and column, but they are same. So that means these are symmetric matrix. Okay, skew symmetric matrix like this. Transpose, if I do the transpose, what will happen? 0 to 4 will come here, minus 2, 0, minus 3 will come here, minus 4, 3 and 0 will come here. Now, are these two same? No, these are not exactly same. You have to take negative common from the first row. If you take negative common from all the elements, then these two will be equal to one another. Okay, remember that. When are symmetric matrices formed? When for all Aij, Abi is equal. That means this is your 1, 2. A12 is equal to A21. A13 is equal to A31. A23 is equal to A32. Correct. And when do we form skew symmetric matrix? When Aij is equal to negative of Aji. For all I and j which are not equal. Right. For all I and j, because I and j are equal only in diagonal element. Now see, A12 is negative of A21, A13 is negative of A31, A23 is negative of A32. Now how to represent them as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix? Remember two things. This thing first, that A plus A transpose, half of A plus A transpose is always a symmetric matrix. So suppose they gave you a matrix A. So what do? You will say that half of A plus A transpose is symmetric. This is given. This you can write as, we know that A plus A transpose half is always symmetric, and you'll show like this. Suppose matrix is given to you, you'll find A and you'll find its transpose. Add both of them and half. Multiply the result with half. Multiply your result with half. Suppose we get 2, 3, minus 1, 2. Suppose this is A. This is what's A. I want to represent this matrix as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So I'll take A plus A transpose and half of it, plus half of A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose. So A plus A transpose will become 2, 3, minus 1, 2 plus 2, 3, minus 1, 2. Okay. These two matrices will be added. Now when I am adding them, what am I getting? 4, 2, 2 and 4. Right. When I'll half it, half of it will become how much? Half of it will become, half of this will become 2, 1, 1, 2. Correct. Half of this will become this much. And this will be symmetric. This will be symmetric. You can see this is symmetric. Then I'll find A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose I'll find. Now here only just do minus. Right, here only I'll do minus. So A minus A transpose will come how much? 2 minus 2, 0. 3 minus minus 1, that means 4. Minus 1 minus 3, that means minus 4. And 2 minus 2, that means 0. Correct. Now this one, again A minus A transpose half if I'll do, I'll get 0, minus 2. Sorry, 0, 2. 0, 2, minus 2 and 0. Half I've done. Now when I'll add both of them, this property will be appeared, that a matrix can be represented as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Always this will be your skew symmetric matrix. What we just now found, A minus A transpose half is your skew symmetric matrix, right? A minus A transpose half is your skew symmetric matrix. And this is how sum of these two, when you'll find sum of these two, 2 plus 0 2, 1 plus 2 3, 1 minus 2 minus 1, minus 2, that means 1 plus 2, that means 3, and 2 plus 0 2. Same matrix we are getting. Same matrix we'll be getting. So if you are supposed to represent a matrix as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, you just have to remember that half of matrix plus its transpose will always be symmetric. Half of matrix minus its transpose will always be skew symmetric. And any matrix can be represented as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. This is what you are supposed to do if this question comes. Now inverse of matrix, simple thing, just remember one law from matrices. Remember one law. In determinants there is more about inverse, but in matrices remember one law, that AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse multiplied with A inverse. This can come in your MCQ. They can give you this type of question in the MCQ. Let's go ahead. Determinant, how to solve? We know order 1 1, order 2 2, 2 cross 2. Determinant is just of square matrix. Determinants are always squared. The order will always be n cross n, right? N can be any natural number. Now order 1, single thing, order 2, these things. For order 2, suppose I have 2 3 4 5 and determinant, what do I have to do? Cross multiply and subtract. 5 2s are 10, minus 4 3s are 12, so value will be equal to minus 2, right? Relation between matrices and determinants, we find this can come in MCQ. What is the relation between determinant and matrices? The option we have to choose is, we find determinant only of square matrix. That's the only relation, right? If A and B are two matrices of same order, then determinant of A multiplied with B will be equal to determinant of A multiplied with determinant of B. This is an important property. Now if you are taking a constant out of determinant, suppose my determinant, I have 3A, okay, and A is of order 3 cross 3. Then if I want to take 3 out of determinant, 3 will come out as power of 3, because it will be taken out common from each row or each column. So 3 to the power 3 will come out of the determinant. This will be equal to this. Very important property, right? Determinant of 3A, where A is a matrix of order 3. If 3 is taken out, then it will be equal to 3 to the power 3. 3 to the power 3 will come out because order of A is 3. If order of A is 2, if A is 2 cross 2, then in that case 3 to the power 2 will come out. Remember this. Okay, 3 to the power 2 will come out in that case. For example, you can see over here A3, right? K multiplied with A3. If I am multiplying K in a matrix, if I am multiplying K in matrix A3, A3 means 3 cross 3 order. If I am multiplying K inside, then like this, and then if I am taking determinant, then in determinant row wise we take out common. K will come out common from this row, then this row, and this row. So 3 K's will come out common. That means K into K will become KQ. Okay. How to find minors and cofactors? Minor of A11 is nothing but the corresponding determinant. That means you hide this, and remaining determinant is the minor. That means A22, A23, A32 and A33. This is your minor. This is the minor. And if you multiply minor with minus 1 to the power I plus j, for example here I and j are 1 and 1. So minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, if you will multiply the same determinant, that means A22, A23, A32 and A33. If you multiply with this, this becomes the cofactor. Let's do a question related to this. I'll tell you how to solve also, don't worry. For example, minor and cofactors of A21 and A32. A21. So its minor will be A21, which element? Second row, first column. Second row, first column. That means this element. So what will you do? Minor, just hide this and this. Corresponding row and column you will hide, and cross multiply and subtract and write the determinant. Sorry, 0, 3, 1, 9. This will be the remaining determinant. And when you'll solve this, what will become? 0 minus 3. That means minus 3. Its value will be minus 3. Correct. Now cofactor of a21. Just multiply -1 to the power 2 plus 1 I plus j with -3. -1 to the power 3 will be -1. -1 with -3 will be equal to 3. Correct. Similarly, A32 means which element? Third row, second column. Third row, second column. That means this element. You will hide this, and remaining determinant. Which is the remaining determinant? 1, 2, 3, 1. What will be its value? 1 minus 6. That means -5. Now cofactor of A32 will be nothing but -1 to the power 3 plus 2 multiplied with -5. 3 plus 2, that means 5. -1 to the power 5 will be negative. Negative into -5, that means this will become 5. So cofactor and minors are different. Minor is the remaining determinant after hiding corresponding row and column, and cofactor is -1 multiplied with row plus column. Row plus column. Position of row plus column. 3 plus 2, like this. Okay. Area of triangle, the value of some properties. Okay, before properties, let's once revise on solving the determinant, right? Once revise on solving the determinant. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, -1, 3, -2, 0, let's say. Okay, wherever you see 0, solve that way. So if we saw 0 in this row, so solve from this row only. So first you will take 3, right? You will take 3 multiplied with 2 into -1 minus 3 into 2. So -2 into -2 minus 6, that means -8. Right? Then second element, but its position. Now what was position over here? 3, 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So sign of -1 to the power 4 will stay positive. But what is the position over here? The position over here is third row, second column. 3 plus 2 is 5. -1 to the power will be negative. So you will have a negative with -2. Negative with -2. Now corresponding row and column, you will hide 1 into -1 minus 3 into -1. So -1 plus 3. -1 plus 3, that means 2. Plus 0 into anything will be 0. So you just write 0. So -24 plus 4. That means -20 will be the value of this determinant. This is how you are supposed to solve. Alright. Now some simple properties you should remember. Right, because they can ask if you change the determinants, if you change any row and column of the determinant, interchange the row and column, the value of determinant does not get affected. On changing the, sir, kya? What man? Elvis and Survivor. I should get kicked out. All right. The value of determinant remains unchanged if you interchange any row or any column. Interchange any two row or interchange any two column, the value will remain unchanged. Remember this. Okay. If you apply row and column operation, if you add any two rows, or if you add any two rows of the determinants or any two columns of the determinant, then the values will get affected. Row operation means, oh no, this is saying the same thing. If any two rows of, this is same thing, this is same thing, this is same thing, this is same. Interchanging, suppose if you are interchanging 2 times, then sign will again become positive. If you are interchanging 3 times, the sign will become again negative. Okay. If any two rows or column of a determinant are identical, suppose you get a determinant like this in MCQ. 2 rows are identical or 2 columns are identical, this you straight away put equal to 0. Straight away put its value equal to 0. If you see any 2 rows or any 2 columns which are exactly same, that means that determinant's value will be equal to 0 without any trouble. If all the elements of any row be multiplied by a number k, then value of determinant is multiplied by k. Any row or any column multiplied by a constant number k, then the value of determinant will also be multiplied by k. Area using determinant formula. Suppose you have 3 vertices, 1, 3, 2, -1 and 4, 6 are the vertices of triangle. Then how will you find the area? Half multiplied with in determinant of x1, x2, x3 in the column. That means 1, 2, 4, 3, -1, 6 and then 1, 1, 1. That's it. There are questions in CBSE sample papers as well as previous years where they will specifically ask you use the determinant method to find the area of triangle, and they'll give you the vertices. Write in one column, write x vertices, in one column write y vertices, in the third column write 1 1 1, and multiply that determinant's value with half. For example, here what will be the value? Half of first 1 multiplied with minus 1 minus 6, that means minus 7, minus 3, second, this is 1 2, so power will be 3, so minus 3 multiplied with 2 minus 4, that means minus 2, plus 1 multiplied with 12 minus 4, that means 16. So this will be the value. Multiply this with half, that will be the value. Okay, remember this formula. Find the value like this. Suppose if some multiples are there, in this one you can take 4 common, and from one row you will take, from one column you will take 4 common. So this will become 5, this will become 6. This is 15 and 24. Now what else can you take common? Can you take something else also common? From here we can take 6 common, so 4 into 6. From row we can take 6 common, from this row. So this will become 1, this will become 6 minus 15. Anything else you can take common? Sir, 5 we can take common. So 5 also taken common. From this row we can take, so 3 minus 5, 1, 6. 20 into 6 will become your value. Okay. This important thing. In MCQs many times A multiplied with adjoint of A will always be equal to determinant of A multiplied with identity matrix of same order. Okay, identity matrix of same order. Now how to find adjoint of A? That's one thing. How to find adjoint of A? Okay, we'll see in the questions now. We'll see in the questions. Adjoint of matrix A. For example, this question, adjoint of matrix A. How will we find the adjoint of a matrix? 1, 2, 3, 4. Adjoint of a matrix is transpose of the cofactor matrix. What is the definition? Adjoint of a matrix is nothing but transpose of the cofactor matrix. You just have to transpose the cofactor matrix. So what will be the cofactor matrix? Remember, if you see a 2 cross 2 matrix, very simple to write its cofactor matrix. The method I'll tell you. Method for example, for 1, what is the position? 1 1. So minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1. For this one, minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2 will be multiplied, because 1 2 is the position. This is 2 1. So minus 1 to the power 2 plus 1. And this is minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2 will be multiplied. Cofactor means on hiding the corresponding row and column, what is remaining? 4 is remaining, so 4 will be multiplied. For this one, what is remaining? 3 is remaining, so 3 will be multiplied. For this one, 2 will be remaining, so 2 will be multiplied. For this one, 1 will be remaining, so 1 will be multiplied. So, but this will take a lot of time. Direct method, direct shortcut, I am telling you. Interchange these two. That means this will become 4, this will become 1. Interchange these two with opposite signs. So this will become minus 3 and this will become minus 2. And check. Here also we are getting the same thing. Here minus 1 to the power 2, so positive 4. Minus 1 to the power 3, so negative 3. Minus 1 to the power 3, so negative 2. Minus 1 to the power 4, so positive 1. Same thing we are getting. But direct method is simply interchange these two and interchange these two with opposite signs. Direct technique. कुछ ना पढ़ा है क्या करूं बेटा एग्जाम मत देने जाओ क्या बोलूं okay all right find the value of x simple determinant problem find the value of x okay simple determinant problem now you must remember that you can solve the determinant from any row or any column. Let's say we take this row, so x multiplied with, first we are taking this row, okay, we are taking this row, so x multiplied with, hiding everything, hide this and this, 3 minus 18, that means minus 15, okay, plus or minus second position. What is the position over here? This is second row, second row and second column, so 2 plus 2, so here plus will come, right? 2 plus 2, that means power 4, so plus only will come, plus x multiplied with hide this and this, so 2 minus 8, so minus 6. Okay, now this position, what is this position? 2, 3, so 2 plus 3, 5, so minus will come, minus x multiplied with this, hide this and this. What is remaining? 18 minus 12, 18 minus 12, that means 6. Okay, so minus 15x minus 6x minus 6x plus 3 equal to 0. What we will get? Minus 15 minus 12 minus 27x plus 3 equal to 0. That means 27x equal to 3. That means x equal to 1 by 9. Value of x will be equal to 1 by 9. Huh? I think options maybe are wrong then, or check solving, right? Options are wrong maybe over here. Okay, plus 3 equal to 0 given na, so what's the problem? 3, we did something wrong. No, correct only. I think calculation is correct. Okay, options must be wrong then. All right. Now some more MCQs, important MCQs which can come in your exam today. A multiplied with adjoint of A is given to you. Find the value of determinant of A plus adjoint of A. Find the value of determinant of A plus adjoint of A. So first of all, you will have to find adjoint of A. Now, how do we find the adjoint of A? Okay, how do we find the adjoint of A? Transpose of this matrix. We just need to transpose the cofactor matrix. So, adjoint of A here is becoming 4 minus 3 minus 2 and 1. 4 minus 3 minus 2 and 1. This will be adjoint of A. That means this answer. Adjoint is nothing but transpose of cofactor matrix. So, let's do once again over here. First, we'll find the cofactor matrix for, let's say, cofactor matrix for 3 cross 3 is a bit difficult, is a bit lengthy. For example, for 3, for this element, what will be the cofactor? Minor multiplied with minus 1 to the power I plus j. So this, for this one, 9 minus 0. 9 minus 0 multiplied with minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, that means 9. Okay. Now for 0, for this 0. For this 0, if you will hide this and this, what will remain? 0 minus 0, that means 0. So sign does not matter. Now for this one, cofactor, what will be cofactor? 0 minus 0, again 0, no problem. Okay, for this element, hide this and this, what is remaining? 0 minus 0, so 0, not a problem. For this 3, hide the corresponding row and column, what is remaining? 9 minus 0, so here 9 will come, right? For this element, 0, again 0 minus 0, so 0. So now you must have understood it is going to come up like this. It is going to be coming up like this and nothing else, right? This will be adjoint, this will not be adjoint of it, this is just cofactor matrix. Now if you will transpose also, this is symmetric, so transpose is going to be equal. This is symmetric, right? So transpose will also be equal. So A transpose will also be same matrix. Now this is your adjoint. Transpose of cofactor matrix only is adjoint. So now you have got the adjoint. Now determinant of adjoint will be what? Now what will be your determinant of adjoint? If you take 9 common from any one row, suppose if I take 9 common from this row, so what will this become? 1 0 0 0 9 0 and 0 0 9, right? Determinant I want to take, so I can simply take the determinant like this by taking 9 common. 9 I am taking common from here. Now solve with this, because 2 elements are 0. Only for this one I have to solve 81 minus 0. That means 9 multiplied with 81 is going to be my value of the determinant. Correct? 9 multiplied with 81 will become the value of my determinant. Okay. Either you can do like, or then again find determinant of adjoint and determinant of A. What will be determinant of A? 3 multiplied with Acha, this is your adjoint. So determinant's value you don't have. What you'll have to do here, determinant multiplied with determinant of adjoint of A. Determinant of adjoint of A. Determinant of adjoint of A, my friends, is simple. Determinant of adjoint of A is determinant of A to the power n minus 2. Remember this. Is nothing but determinant of A to the power n minus 1. Sorry, n minus 1. Determinant of adjoint of A is nothing but determinant of A to the power n minus 1. Very important formula. Don't forget this at the last moment in the exam. So this will become determinant of A to the power, determinant of A multiplied with determinant of A to the power n minus 1, where n is the order. That means 3 minus 1. That means square. So this is nothing but determinant of A cube, which is this matrix. Determinant of A cube will become determinant of adjoint of A. So determinant of adjoint of A will become, here it will become determinant of A cube. And we'll add them. When you'll add them, you're simply getting the answer as determinant of A plus adjoint of determinant of adjoint of A. When you'll get 3 plus 9. Simply you'll get 3 plus 9. Because determinant of A's value you have got. What is determinant of A's value? From this we are getting determinant of A's value as 3. Determinant of A's value is coming as 3, and determinant of adjoint of A will come out as 3 to the power 3 minus 1, that means 3 to the power 2, right? 3 to the power 2, that means 9, right? So simple, this is 3 and this is 9. 9 plus 3, 12 will become our answer. Let A be 3 cross 3 matrix such that determinant of adjoint of A is 64. Then what will be the value of determinant of A? We know the formula. This is nothing but determinant of A to the power order minus 1. That means 3 minus 1. That means your determinant of A to the power 2 is equal to 64. Determinant of A will be equal to either 8 or minus 8. Either 8 or minus 8. Simple answer. Right? These type of MCQs will definitely come. Now adjoint of A. One more important formula. Adjoint of A. What is adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is nothing but determinant of A to the power n minus 2. Remember, two adjoints are there. So determinant of A to the power n minus 2. N again is the order of the matrix A over here. Okay, so A is this matrix which is order 3 cross 3. So what will adjoint of A will come? Adjoint of A will become determinant of A to the power 3 minus 2, that means 1. Determinant of A. It will become nothing but determinant of A. Determinant of A multiplied with determinant of A. Okay. Find its value and then put it over here. Just find its value and you have to just put it over there. Determinant of, remember the formula, adjoint of A is determinant of A to the power n minus 2. That only you are going to use over there. So here what are you getting? Determinant of A multiplied with A. You will get determinant of A multiplied with A. Okay. Determinant of adjoint of A. So it will become no determinant of A multiplied with A. Any problem? Any doubt over here? Anything you want to ask? Please ask me. So again take determinant on both the sides. This is determinant of adjoint of A. That means determinant of A multiplied with determinant of A, and so this will become determinant of this entire thing will become determinant of A cube. Determinant of A cube, this value you will find, I think it will come as 11. So 11 to the power 4 will become your answer. I think 1461 will become your answer. These type of questions are very, very important. Revise these small formulas once again, please guys. Now A is non-singular matrix where A denotes the transpose of A. A dash denotes the transpose of A. A dash means the transpose of A. Which one of these is correct then? Just remember that for this one, remember one formula: determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A. You find the determinant of A or you find the determinant of transpose of A, both will come out to be equal only without any trouble. Both will come out to be equal only. If both are equal, then sum of both of them cannot be equal to 0. Both will be exactly equal. Both will be exactly equal. A transpose determinant and A determinant both will be equal. Now x, y, z are non-zero numbers. This is also one important question, can come in your MCQs. The inverse of matrix A. So for inverse, remember one formula: A inverse is nothing but adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. A inverse is nothing but adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Okay, A inverse is nothing but adjoint of A divided by determinant of A, and you will be easily be able to solve this question. So first you will have to find the adjoint. First you will have to find the adjoint cofactor matrix. If you pay attention, if you solve also, then also no problem. So your adjoint of A will come out to be, from here YZ will come, here XZ will come, here ZX will come. Simple. If this type of thing comes, here X except X we have YZ, here except Y will have XZ, and here except Z will have ZX. 0 0 0 0 over here. Directly you should solve like this. This will become adjoint of A. Okay, and determinant of A, when you will find determinant of A, when you will find from here, it will come as X Y Z. It will simply come as X Y Z. Just the trace, product of trace. Okay, so adjoint of A divided by determinant of A, this means answer will become 1 by XYZ multiplied with adjoint of A. That means this matrix YZ 0 0 0 XZ 0 0 0 ZX. Only this thing will come. And XYZ are non-zero, then inverse of matrix A. That means your X inverse only will become YZ. X, Y, Z are non-zero real numbers, then inverse of matrix A. Now over here, if it inverse exists, that means X inverse will be equal to YZ, Y's inverse will be equal to XZ, and Z inverse will be equal to XY. So here, just put the values, which answer will come. Just put the values. Okay, even if you don't use this, just multiply this 1 by XYZ inside every element. So what will this become? 1 by X, this will become 1 by Y, this will become 1 by Z. So you will have X inverse, Y inverse, Z inverse. Right? Multiply this XYZ inside. 1 by XYZ, if you multiply inside with every element, you will get this thing only. Here, you are going to get this thing only. Let's go ahead. System of linear equations. How to solve the system of linear equations using matrix method. For this, you have to just remember X inverse is equal to AX equals B. Yeah, X is equal to A inverse B. This one formula you have to remember, where X is the column matrix of your variables, right? B is the matrix of your constants D1, D2, D3, right? Is the matrix of your three constants C1, C2, C3. I should write. No, I should write D1, D2, D3. Column matrix of your three constants. For example, what is the equation over here? X minus Y plus Z equals 4. X minus 2Y minus 2Z equal 9. 2X plus Y plus 3Z equal to 1. Okay. So here what will happen? Your X, this column matrix will become simply XYZ. This will be XYZ equal to what will be A? A will be the matrix of the coefficients. That means 1, 1 and 2, minus 1, minus 2 and 1, and 1, minus 2 and 3. This will become A. Correct. So A inverse will be multiplied with B. What is B? B is the matrix of constants. That means 4, 9 and 1. So for this, you just have to find A inverse and then multiply it with your constants matrix. Okay, so A inverse we can find. Now A inverse is adjoint of A divided by mod of A. So first we'll have to find adjoint of A. For that we'll have to find cofactor matrix, right? So for one, so you have to first find cofactor matrix, then transpose the cofactor matrix, right? So you'll get adjoint of A, you'll get adjoint of A, and then adjoint of A divided by determinant of A will give you the A inverse. A inverse, then you'll have to multiply with this column matrix, which will give you 3 rows, like only 3 elements, because this will be 3 cross 3, right? This will come out as 3 cross 3. What is this? This is 3 cross 1. So final result you will get will be 3 cross 1. 3 cross 1 means 3 rows, 1 column. That means only 3 elements. Those will be the values of x, y, z. Just remember this method. Don't forget how to solve linear equations. I'll remind once again. X, y, z is your variable column matrix. B is nothing but 4, 9, 1, which will be the constants. X equal to A inverse B you have to apply, where A inverse you'll have to find. For finding A inverse, you'll have to first find adjoint of A, then divide that matrix with determinant of A. So first find adjoint of A, then divide it with determinant of A. Anybody wants me to solve it? Come on, tell me now. Quickly. Quickly. Tell me now. Maulik, Survivor and Arav Jain. This channel first of all is for English speaking, English understanding students. If you just want to waste your time and everybody else's, there is no point in sitting in the video. It's okay, sleep, do something, play some games, do something, कुछ करो, ठीक है? कुछ और कर लो. Don't waste your time here. There is no point in that. Okay, चलिए, express matrix B as sum of, see, this question can come for 5 marks. Just remember one thing, you have to represent B equal to 1 by 2 of B plus B transpose plus 1 by 2 into B minus B transpose. And here you have to write that this is your symmetric matrix, this is your symmetric matrix, and this is skew symmetric matrix. This is your skew symmetric matrix. Remember this method. Okay, remember this method. All right, this type of question can come simple. You'll have to apply it in equation. That's it. Now here one good method is there. Suppose a square minus 5a plus 7i is equal to 0. This is given to me. Okay, and what I can do, I can divide, I can multiply it with a. Either I can multiply it with a, or I can divide by a, both the things, or I can multiply with a inverse, right? A into A inverse, matrix multiplied with its inverse will always result in identity matrix. So what I'll do, I'll multiply with A inverse. So what will it become? A square A inverse minus 5A into A inverse plus 7 into I into A inverse, that means A inverse. Okay, now what I can do, here A square into A inverse, the A into A inverse will become I. So only A will remain. A into A inverse. A inverse will become I. So only A into I, only A will remain. Correct? Minus 5A into A inverse, that means 5I will remain. Okay, equal to minus 7A inverse. Okay, so according to this minus 7A inverse, directly I'll get A inverse. Suppose instead of A to the power 4, if they ask you A inverse using this equation, then multiply the entire equation with A inverse. Now from here, your A inverse will come out equal to A minus 5i divided by minus 7, that means. And A minus 5i is not difficult, because A minus 5i will be what? 3 minus 1, 1, 2 minus 5 times of identity matrix. That means 5, 0, 0, 5. Right? This will become A minus 5i. This divided by 7 will become your A inverse directly. A to the power 4. For that, A square, there is no direct formula. You have to multiply A with A. This will become your A square. Right? A square will be nothing but A multiplied with A. That means 3, 1, minus 1, 2 multiplied with 3, 1, minus 1, 2. That means 9 minus 1. That means 8. 3. So how do you multiply this with this? 3 into 3, 9, minus 1, 8. 3 into 1, 3 into 1 plus 2. That means 5. Now this with this, minus 3, minus 2, minus 5, minus 1 plus 4. So minus 1 plus 4, 3. this will become a square, and a to the power 4 will be this a square multiplied with a square only. So this is how you can get. So a square you can directly put over here in this equation, add, subtract the matrix, you'll get the answer, and a to the power 4 you can get like this. Let's go ahead. Show that for any positive integer, very very important question, multiple times repeated. Understand how to solve it. So value will be nothing but n minus 1 factorial multiplied with n minus n multiplied with n factorial. Correct? This is how. Cross and subtract, right? So n multiplied with n minus 1 factorial plus n multiplied with n factorial. Okay. Now n multiplied with n minus n minus 1 factorial, what is that? 5 multiplied with 4 factorial will be 5 factorial, na? Why? Because 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 will become 5 factorial. So n minus n multiplied with n minus 1 factorial is nothing but n factorial. This is n factorial only. Suppose if I do n minus 1 multiplied with n minus 2 factorial. So this is n minus 1 factorial, right? This is something we have learned in class 11th. Okay, so n into n minus 1 factorial will be n factorial only. So this is n factorial plus n into n factorial. Okay, now n factorial, if I take common, what will I get? 1 plus n. Now what do I have? N plus 1 multiplied with n factorial. Now what will this be? This will be n plus 1 factorial. Why? Because n plus 1, let's say n plus 1 is 5. So n will be 4. 5 into 4 factorial. Again 5 factorial. Suppose n is 3. So this will be 4 into 3 factorial. That will be 4 factorial. Suppose n is 10. So this will be 11 into 10 factorial. That is 11 factorial. So this will become what? This will become nothing but n plus 1 factorial. So show that any positive integer n is equal to n plus 1 factorial. For this, it will be equal to n plus 1 factorial. Very important question. Remember this, how to solve, how to compute. Now, for what value of t will the system fail to have unique solution? Now, in determinants, remember, if determinant's value is not equal to 0, which determinant's value? Determinant of the linear equation. That means x1, determinant of the linear equation. If you form the linear equation over here, for what value of t will the system fail to have unique solution? Determinant of the coefficients, that means t, 1, minus t, 3, 2 and 1, minus 2, 1 and 2. If this determinant comes out to be not equal to 0, then we'll have unique solution. Then we'll have unique solution. If it is equal to 0, then we'll have either no solution or infinite solution. Okay, no solution or infinite solution. So if this type of question comes, what you have to do, you have to make this determinant equal to 0. That's it. You have to just make this determinant equal to 0 and find the value of t corresponding to that. Okay, find the value of t corresponding to that. You will directly get your answer. Now, in these case, yeah, this is one question. Use the determinant to find the value of k. Show your work. What is it saying? That these are the vertices of triangle and the length of side of QR and altitude PS is 5 units. That means length of base, which is given as 4, and altitude's length is given as 5 and 4. So this will become equal to 10. 10 square units will come as area. Now this is one way of finding the area. Now another way of finding the area is through determinants, where we write x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3 and 1, 1, 1. These two will be equal. When you'll put this equal to 10, you'll get the value of k simply. Remember this method. Okay, remember this method. Continuity at a point. Next thing, how to check continuity at a point? Simply limit Suppose if you are supposed to check continuity at for a simple function. Okay, let's do with questions. Suppose prove that this function is continuous. How do we prove? We'll take continuous at 0, at -3 and at -5. If the function is not piecewise, suppose if your function is not piecewise, that means it's not broken in pieces. If it's a fixed function, then how do you do that? Limit of x tending to 0 for 5x minus 3 should be equal to value of function at 0. Limit of x tending to 0, function's limit at x tending to 0 should be its value at 0. So we can check -3 over here 0 you put, and function's value at 0 will also be -3. So it is continuous at 0. Similarly, limit at -3 will also be equal to, for all the three it will come like that. If function is not piecewise, simply put limit for x tending to that value equal to function's value at that particular given point. Now examine the following. If these type of functions come, just a minute. If these type of functions come, first solve the function. For example, you can see over here x plus 5, x minus 5. So x plus 5 is getting cancelled, right? It's not equal to 5. X is not equal to 5, already given. Here also x not equal to 5, already given. Now problem is, in this one, when x is less than 5, this function will become 5 minus x, because it will become negative. When x is greater than 5, the function will stay positive. That will be x minus 5. Now when we'll check limit at 5, now function is piecewise. Now your function is piecewise, it's in two pieces. So you'll check the limit at 5, left hand limit, that means 5 minus. That means when number is less than 5. So it will be, when number is less than 5, function will be 5 minus 6. Okay. Now value of function at 5. Value of function at 5. Value of function at 5 will become 0. Alright. Right. Value of function when function is less than 5 will be this. What will be the value? 5 minus 5, 0. This will be 0. This will be 0. Not a problem. When function is greater than 5, that means limit on which function will take? On x minus 5 will take. X tending to 5 plus. That means limit is, that means your function is, the limit you are taking 5 plus, that means ahead of 5. This will be the function. Limit will become 0. Function's value will also come out to be as 0 at 5. So that means this function is continuous at 5 and throughout its domain. It is always continuous function. Always a continuous function. Okay, differentiability. Differentiability, how do you check? Suppose here only, if I check the differentiability. So instead of this left hand derivative and right hand derivative, you'll check left hand derivative and right hand derivative. Limit at left hand derivative and right hand derivative. Now left hand derivative, that means from 5, left hand, when smaller than 5, what will be the derivative? 0 minus 1. That means -1 will be the left hand derivative. And for 5, right hand derivative, that means above 5, what will be the derivative? 1 minus 0. So right hand derivative and left hand derivative both are not equal. That means it's not differentiable at 5. And if you remember the graph will be somewhat like this. This will be x equal to 5. Graph will be somewhat like this. So it is continuous at 5 but not differentiable at 5 because there is a peak point. Okay, remember these small things. How to prove? Now for example, over here does not satisfy the condition differentiable at x equal to 0. Now see, is it differentiable at x equal to 0? Before 0, what is the derivative? E to the power 2x. After 0, what is the derivative? E to the power minus 2x into minus 2. Here e to the power 2x into 2. Here e to the power 2x into minus 2. So not differentiable at x equal to 0. Definitely. Continuous. Limit on the function when x is less than 0 will be e to the power 2x. What will be the limit? E to the power 0, that means 1. Limit on the function when x is greater than 0, e to the power minus 2x. That again e to the power minus 2x, limit will be e to the power 0, that means 1. The limit is coming same, right? Function value at 0, function's value at 0 is again e to the power 0, that means 1. That means it is continuous but not differentiable. It is a continuous function but not differentiable. Okay. All right. This function, what do you think? F of x is continuous and differentiable or not? Greatest integer function and fractional part. This is greatest integer function. This is a greatest integer function. Now at x is equal to 0, if you will check, 0 square, 0 point something square will be 0. This will become 0. This will become 0. So f of x will be 0. Add 0. Right? Limit again will come out to be as 0. Limit again will come out to be at as 0 only. Tell me. Solve this question also. Very important. These type of functions, point of discontinuity of the function. Which point will be discontinuous? It's clearly given. So if you see this type of question, where will it be discontinuous? At 2. Because less than 2, 2x plus 3 is the value, and greater than 2, 2x minus 3 is the value. Simply, you can simply tell x equal to 2, at x equal to 2, it will be discontinuous. Directly you can mark like that. Alright, show that the function f of x is defined by f of x equal to this is continuous at x equal to 0. Is continuous at x equal to 0. That means left hand limit and right hand limit and function's value both are all are equal. It is continuous. Left hand limit at x tending to 0. Left hand limit at x tending to 0 minus. What will be the function? This will be the function. 4 into 1 minus square root of 1 minus x. Right, divided by x. Alright, and right hand limit, that means x tending to 0 plus. That means your sin x divided by x plus cos x. This will be the function. Right, and right hand limit, these will be equal to function's value at 0. That means equal to 2. Now just finding the limit is your thing. Just have to find the limit over here. This will become 0 plus 0, and here show that the function is defined is continuous at 0. All are coming equal, right? Put x equal to 0. So 0 over in this will come out to be at, this will come out to be equal to 2. This will also come out to be equal to 2. No, there is some mistake in this question. Leave it. There is some mistake in this question. It should not be x equal to 0. It should be some other point then. Should be some other point. Yes, Arya Gupta says, sir, Maulik cut out. What is Maulik? Alright, whatever. This one, again, 1 mark question. Check it out. Try to solve it. Mod sin x is there, and x is between 0 to 2 pi. Is discontinuous at 3. Differentiable function and finite number of points, non-differentiable at 3 points, and continuous everywhere. Note this question down, try to solve it. By simply check the graph na, mod of sin x. How the graph is, how the graph will be. Like this, positive only, correct? Mod, suppose if your function is like this and if you apply mod on it, then all the negative part will become positive, correct? Negative part will become positive. That's it. How is your sin x graph? How is your sin x graph looks like? Just try to think sin x graph. You'll easily get this. Correct, your sin x graph is like this. Now from 0 to 2 pi, there will be 3 points where it will be non-differentiable, but it will be always continuous. It is always continuous. Anywhere continuity is not breaking, right? Anywhere continuity is not breaking, but differentiability is breaking. Differentiability means peak points. We are getting peak points at 3 points from 0 to 2 pi. From 0 to 2 pi, we'll get 3 points where the differentiability will break. At this point, and this point. This will be 0, this will be pi, this will be 2 pi. This I should not make. Okay, so sometimes with graph also in MCQs you'll have to manage. Okay, x square sine 1 by x, where x not equal to 0, then value of function f of x at x equal to 0, so that the function is continuous. X is what? What will be the value? Any answers? Come on, tell me. Function is continuous at x equal to 0. Arya Gupta this is what you are going to do in the exam also, kya beta? Same thing in exams also? One, correct, very good. Come on, this differentiable but not continuous, very important questions these are. Please look at them once, try to solve them. If there is any doubt, ask me. If there is any question which you are not getting, ask me your doubt. Look at these questions. These are all selected and chosen questions. There are high chances that you might get to see some of these questions in your exams today. Differentiable but not continuous at 0. For 0, function's value at 0 is 0 and function's value anywhere except 0 is coming out to be equal to 1. Correct? So it is not continuous at x equal to 0 for sure. Correct? Now about differentiability. What is left hand derivative, right hand derivative? Both will be equal. Left hand and right hand derivative both will be equal. So it is going to be differentiable but not continuous at x equal to 0. Alright. Now some standard derivatives before going to the exam. Please have a look at them. Differential of x to the power n will be x to the power n minus 1. Differential of derivative of e to the power x will remain e to the power x. A to the power x derivative will be a to the power x ln a. Ln of x, natural log of x derivative will be 1 by x. Log mod x base a will be 1 by x. Log e base a, this is not that important. Sin x will be cos x derivative will be minus sin x. Tan x derivative is sec square x. Cot x derivative is minus cosec square x. Sec x derivative is sec x tan x. And the last cosec x derivative is minus cosec x cot x. Please revise them once before you go to the exam. You never know where they'll be used. They can be used in differential equations also. There also you'll have to find dx. There also you have to find derivative. Okay. In differential equations also you might get to see this. Now, these and all you must know. Product rule. If two functions are there, sin x, cos x. Suppose two functions are there, sin x and cos x, two functions are there. Right, u is sin x, v is cos x. So it will be u into v dash, u multiplied with derivative of v plus v multiplied with derivative of u. Quotient rule, revise this also once. Denominators square, then denominator as it is, numerator derivative minus numerator as it is, denominator derivative. Okay, chain rule, outer functions, for example this one. Are there some examples kya? No, not in, these are not examples. suppose if you have like this sine, inside that you have cos x. So first outer functions derivative you will do, that means sine derivative which will be cos x, and then inner functions derivative, this is inner function which will be minus sin x. So it will become minus cos x sin x. This is what is your chain rule. Let's see if we have some examples. Yes, this is an example, for example, of chain rule. Outer function is sine, derivative of sine is cos. So cos of x square plus 5, cos of x, we'll treat this as just one x. Inner function just one x. Cos of x square plus 5 multiplied with derivative of inner function, that means this multiplied with derivative of x square plus 5, which will be 2x. So 2x cos of x square plus 5. For example, over here sec x derivative is sec x tan x. So sec tan of root x as it is, tan of root x as it is, multiplied with inner function derivative, that means inner function is tan, derivative of tan is sec square, so multiplied with sec square of root x, multiplied with derivative of root x. One more function is left, derivative of root x will be 1 by 2 root x. So this will be the final derivative. This is how your final derivative will look like. सर आइलेट का रूल दोनों चैप्टर में लगता है 5 और 7. आइलेट का रूल पहला, आइलेट का रूल actually integration में you can use that very appropriately. Here there is no such rule. Outer function, here तो outer function, inner function, like that only you'll have to do, right? That is for integration, right? That is for integration. Isolate we use in integration. Differentiate the function with respect to x. Here again outer function is root, so 1 by 2 will stay common, 1 by 2 root cot x square will come first, then inner function is cot, inner function is cot, okay, then derivative of cot will come, after that multiplied with derivative of x square. Okay, here most important thing, that's why I'm telling you these type of question come in 2 marks, right? They'll ask you find dy by dx, they'll simply ask you find dy by dx, and if you'll be blank there, then there is no hope. Okay, so remember all the derivatives, right? Inner function cot, so cosec square x, and then x square, that will be multiplied with 2x, simply, that's it, multiplied with 2x. सर बोर्ड में log x को ln x लिखेंगे तो मार्क्स डिडक्ट होंगे. log x, if it अगर log x के नीचे बेस नहीं है तो you can write it as ln x. Prove that this function is not differentiable at x equal to 1. Left hand derivative, when x is less than 1, what will become the derivative? 1 minus x. When x is greater than 1, function will be x minus 1. Derivative of this is what? Minus 1. Derivative of this is 1. 1 minus 0, and this is 0 minus 1. So left hand derivative and right hand derivative around 1 are not equal. That's why it is not differentiable. Simply write like this. LHD, left hand derivative will be 1 minus 1 and right hand derivative will be equal to 1. Why left hand derivative? Because when x is less than 1, what will be the function? Function will be 1 minus x. And when x is greater than 1, your function will be x minus 1. Correct? When x will be less than 1, this will become negative, so we'll open with negative sign. So it will become 1 minus x. Okay, let's go ahead. Parametric functions. If these are the functions, what will be dy by dx? dy by dx, remember in these you have to write like dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. So dy by d theta will become dy by d theta. If you differentiate it with theta, so it will become b sec square theta, b into sec square theta divided by dx by d theta. Dx by d theta, that means a sec cosec, a into sec cosec, right? So just divide both of them. This is how you have to find separately. All right. Prove that dy by dx is equal to d plus. So divide the entire equation by. This is very important question. Remember, okay, this can appear. Here what you have to do, divide the entire equation by e to the power x plus y. Right? Divide entire equation by e to the power x plus y. E to the power x plus y means e to the power x into e to the power x into y. E to the power x into e to the power y. Right? Plus e to the power y upon e to the power x into e to the power y is equal to e to the power x plus y upon e to the power x plus y. Right? This e to the power x into e to the power y is e to the power x plus y only. So this side you will have 1. Here you will have 1 by e to the power y. Here you will have 1 by e to the power x. Okay, equal to 1. Now derivate. Now differentiate on both the sides. You will get exactly this thing. Now differentiate on both the sides. You will get exactly this thing. So this will become what? E to the power minus y plus e to the power minus x equal to 1. Derivative of this will be e to the power minus y minus e to the power minus y dy by dx plus minus e to the power minus x. Why? E to the power minus x derivative will be e to the power minus x minus e to the power minus x equal to 0. So what are we getting? Dy by dx is equal to e to the power y upon e to the power x. That means e to the power y minus x. Okay. Very important question. Rate dependent question. At what rate he is approaching? A man is walking at the rate of 6.5 km per hour towards the foot of tower 120 meter high. At what rate he is approaching the top of the tower when he is 50 meter away from the tower? These type of rate measure questions, please practice them at the last moment also. This one, parametric, dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. That only you have to apply and find dy by dx at t equal to pi by 4. These are all important questions. Volume of cube is increasing at rate of 7 centimeter cube per second. How fast is the surface area increasing at the instant? This I taught you in the derivative class only. dv by dt is given to you. dv by dt is given to you. Volume of cube ka rate change is given to you. So what is volume of cube? A cube is the volume of cube. That means d of a cube over dt is given to you, because what rate is given in centimeter cube per second. Pay attention at this. It is given in centimeter cube per second, right? So that means volume over time, dv by dt is given to you, where v is volume. What will this become? This will become 3a square dA by dt. Okay, 3a square dA by dt. This will become, this is given to you how much? 7. This thing is given to you equal to 7. Alright, now how fast is the surface area increasing? That means ds by dt you have to find. So ds by dt becomes d of 6a square over dt. What will be this become? 12a dA by dt. This will become 12a dA by dt. What is value of dA by dt from here? 7 by 3a square. That means 12a multiplied with 7 by 3a square. A got cancelled. 3 4s got cancelled. 28 divided by a will become your rate of volume. Rate of how fast is the surface area changing? At the instant, 28 by a meter square per second, because surface area unit is meter square, centimeter square, right? Surface area unit will become centimeter square. This is how it is changing. First use this, then find dA by dt, and then use it over here. Write the specific things, that A is, let A be the side length, edge length, all that. Here again one more question. Pythagoras theorem, same. Just Pythagoras theorem you have to use. Use the function x square plus y square is equals to h square. Right? H is given to you as 13. So 13 square is equal to x square plus y square, and the rate of change, or the rate of change of base is also given to you as 2 centimeter per second. Right? Rate of change of base is also given to you as 2 centimeter per second. Rate of change of height only you have to tell. Simple questions these are. Please try to solve them. Okay, increasing and decreasing function. Let's revise this part also once. For example, okay, let's do with the question. Let's do with the question. If you want to show that the function is strictly increasing in this interval, right? Strictly increasing in this interval, what will we do? We'll find derivative, right? Derivative of the function. That means f dash x. F dash x will be cos x. Now cos x is always positive in 0 to pi by 2. So that means this function is strictly increasing in 0 to pi by 2. You will simply say f dash x is greater than 0 in the interval 0 to pi by 2. That's why it is strictly increasing in this interval. Strictly decreasing in the interval. So you'll strictly decreasing in the interval pi by 2 to pi. You know that f dash x will be negative from pi by 2 to pi. That means second quadrant. If f dash x is negative in the interval pi by 2 to pi, that's why the function is strictly decreasing in pi by 2 to pi. Neither increasing nor decreasing. If it increasing and increases and then decreases in the same interval, from 0 to pi by 2 it is increasing, and pi by 2 to pi it is decreasing. That's why it is neither increasing nor decreasing in this interval. This function strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Find the intervals in which. So derivate it. F dash x first you will find. That means 6x square minus 6x minus 36. Okay. This you will put equal to 0. That means x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0. What are your points? From here you will find critical points. So this is 5 minus 6. No, 1 minus 6. 2 minus 3. Right. So x plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Your critical points you'll get as minus 2 and 3. Right. Now check. Greater than 3 if we are taking. If we are taking any value greater than 3, let's say 4. F dash x is positive or negative? For any value greater than 3, f dash x is positive or negative? Just check like that. 4, if you take 16, 6, 24 minus 36. 24 minus 36 minus 12, but 16 into 6 will be greater, so it will be positive. From minus 2 to 3, let's take 0 only, na? So it is negative in minus 2 to 3. And below minus 2, if you take any value below minus 2, so let's say minus 3 if we take, this will become positive. This will be also positive, and this complete thing will become positive. So it's strictly increasing in the interval minus infinity to minus 2 union 3 to infinity, and strictly decreasing in the interval minus 2 to 3. This is how you are going to tell where it is strictly increasing, where it is strictly decreasing. Show that this function is increasing function of x throughout its domain. Find f. So you'll simply find y dash. Here also y dash, it will be 1 by 1 plus x multiplied with derivative of 1 plus x, which will be 1 again, minus. Now derivative over here will be a little bit difficult. This is u by v. So 2 plus x whole square multiplied with 2 plus x as it is, multiplied with 2x derivative, that means 2, minus 2x as it is, multiplied with 2 plus x derivative, which will be just 1. So what do we get from here? 1 by x plus 1 minus 4 plus 2x minus 2x divided by 2 plus x whole square. 1 by x plus 1 minus 4 upon 2 plus x whole square. Now if x is greater than minus 1, this will always be positive, and this thing is always positive anyway. This thing is always positive anyway. So both are positive, sum will be, this will be always increasing throughout the domain for all the values which are greater than minus 1. Domain itself is given, no, greater than minus 1. So for all the values which are greater than minus 1, this function will always be increasing because f dash x is always greater than 0 for all the values which are x greater than minus 1. Sir, ab bas karo. Actually, right, some more special, anything which you want to ask in probability, in 3D, anything which you want me to revise at the last moment, you can tell me. Otherwise, I think we should stop here. Okay, a differential equation somebody was saying, no? Okay, let me come to that. Main things, at least I should make you revise. Revise these formulas before going. Once again, revise these formulas, which are the formulas for linear differential equation. These two, right? If your equation is in y, then dy by dx plus p into y is equal to q. That's how it should look like. For this, integrating factor will be e to the power coefficient of y dx. Okay, if equation is in y, then integrating factor will be e to the power coefficient of y dx. Okay, and solution will be y multiplied with integration factor, y into integrating factor equal to integration of q multiplied with integrating factor plus c. Okay, this is your solution. In case of dx by dy plus px equal to q, your integrating factor will be p dy, but p here will be the coefficient of x, and solution will be x multiplied with integrating factor equal to q into integrating factor dy plus c. These two formulas are very important. Okay, direct question just based on these formulas also appear. Anything else? Somebody's anything else? Please tell me, guys. Anything you want me to revise specifically at this moment of time? Then I can do that right away. Please tell me. Please let me know. Find the general solution of differential equations. Okay, how to solve this? How to solve this? General solution of differential equation. So, for example, first one if we take, so we just need to do dy by dx. Dy by dx will become equal to 2y to the power 4 plus 5x cube y divided by xy cube plus x to the power 4. Right, this side I opened. Right, this is how you will write it. Now put y is equal to some v times x. Now suppose over here if we put y equal to some v times x, these type of questions, right? Here we'll put y equal to v times x, so our dy by dx will become v plus x dv by dx, right? We'll convert it into a linear differential equation. Our dy by dx will become equal to y equal to vx we have put, no, so it will simply become y, if we solve over here, dy by dx is equal to v plus, sorry, x plus v dv by dx, and we'll use this, we generally use this concept over here. So v plus v dv by dx will be equal to 2 times v to the power 4 plus 5v divided by v cube plus 1 and minus v. Right, this is how it's going to be solved. And now after that you have to solve with a, so finally you'll get a linear differential equation, and that you can solve using the integrating factor. The other question, find the particular solution of x dy by dx minus y equal to log x. Here also again dy by dx plus minus 1 by x, y is equal to 1 by x log x. It will become what? You will divide by x. So dy by dx minus y by x, or y multiplied with 1 by x is equal to 1 by x log x. This was your linear differential equation now. Now here your p is 1 by x. Linear differential equation is in y now. So your p will become 1 by x, minus 1 by x, and q will become 1 by x log x. Integrating factor will become e to the power integration of minus 1 by x dx. Correct? So remember these small things. A general solution of differential equation dy by dx is equal to y by x. So x dy is equal to y dx we will do, and we'll integrate both the sides. X dy equal to y dx we'll do, and we'll integrate both the sides. So we'll get log mod of y equal to log mod of x plus log mod of c, right? Simple. X dy equal to y dx. These are very predicted questions. Now integrate both the sides. So log of mod x is equal to log of mod y plus c you will get. Right? What is the general solution of this? Y is equal to x into c. Ulta we did kya? X into dy is equal to y into dx. So log of mod y will come, na? Log of mod y is equal to log of mod x plus c will come. Sorry, log of so y is equal to xc will be your general solution. Y is equal to cx or y equal to kx. First option actually. Differential equation of the form dy by dx is equal to f y by x is called homogeneous linear equation. Right? If your function satisfies y by x, then this is your homogeneous linear equation. Remember the answers. X square plus y square dy x dy, if x y y of 1 equal to 1, then find the value. Yeah, this is also a good question. Here what you will do? Divide by y square. Divide by xy. Divide by xy. Divide the entire equation by xy. So you will get x by y dy plus y by x dx equal to dx. And this will convert into linear differential. Right? Divide the entire equation by xy. So it will become x by y dy plus y by x dy equal to dx. This is how it will appear. First one. Right, now you can integrate the sides. So x log y plus y square by 2x will become equal to x plus c. This will give you what? X log of y plus y square by x, right? Y dy, so y square by x equal to x plus c. Y square by 2x it will become equal to x plus c. Right? After that, put x equal to 1, y will come out to be equal to e. Correct? When you will put x equal to 1, y will come out to be equal to e. And when you will put x equal to x naught, y will come. You have to find y of x naught. That means y's function first you will find, and in that you will put x naught. That's it. Using the method of integration, find the this is the area under the curve question. Okay. So first find all the three equations of the sides. First method will be finding all the three equations of the sides. Find AB's equation by using simple straight line equations. Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Suppose if I want to find AB's equation, so this is class 11, you must have forgotten, but this type of question can come. 4, 5. So y minus y1, let's say this one I am taking as y1 x1. So y minus 0 equal to x2 y2 minus y1, that means 4 minus 0 upon x2 minus x1. Sorry, 5 minus 0 upon x2 minus x1, that means 2 into x minus x1. This is how you will get the equation. 2y is equal to 5x minus 10. Right? So this is how you have to find the equation of AB, then BC, and then CA also. AB you have to find, BC you have to find, CA you have to find. Okay, then integration. So whatever equations are coming, integration will be from 2 to 4, x coordinates to x coordinates, 2 to 4, then 4 to 6, and then 2 to 6. Just remember like this, because you'll have to integrate through x. So 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and then 2 to 6. Right? 3 limits you'll have to apply. 2 positive, 1 negative. Right? 1 will come as negative. 3 limits you'll have to apply, differentiate, integrate this question again. So find the intersection of circle and y equal to x. Here what you have to do, find the integration of circle as well as y equal to x. Okay, you'll get one equation and four values, two values of x and 2 values of y. A point of intersection will come. So here we can do easily actually. If we put y equal to x over here, intersection you have to find. So y equal to x, if we put, so this will give us y equal to 16. So 4 and minus 4 minus 4. When x is 4, y is 4, and when x is minus 4, y will also be minus 4. This simple intersection. Okay. So from where to where you'll integrate? First you'll integrate the line. Then you'll integrate the circle from 4 to 4 root 2. You want to find the area enclosed in the first, right? So suppose this is your circle, correct? This point will be 4 root 2 comma 0. This point will become your 4 root 2 comma 0. Correct? This point will come as 4 root 2 comma 0. Okay, and this A point where the line, this is your y equal to x, where the line is cutting is 4 comma 4 in the first quadrant. Okay, in the first quadrant. So what is the value of x? X will be plus minus 32 minus y square. According to this equation, x will be plus or minus square root of 32 minus y square. Now this only you have to integrate. And in the first quadrant only plus 32 minus y square will remain. Correct? So line area, line will be x. Right? Line's area will be x. Sorry, y. Sorry, y. So lines will be y. X is equal to y. So y dy plus integration of 32 minus y square dy. This is what you'll have to integrate. And limits will be from 0 to 4 for the line. And for the curve, it will be 4 root 2 to 4. 4 root 2 to 4. Okay. This, because this point is also 4 root 2, 0 comma 4 root 2. This point is also 0 comma 4 root 2. Any doubt? Rahul Sharma, foot of perpendicular. Okay. Foot of perpendicular. For 3D, right? 3D wala? Rahul Sharma, foot of perpendicular 3D. Foot of perpendicular in 3D. Okay, I'll tell. I have that. This one. This one, foot of perpendicular. Find the distance of point minus 2, 4 and minus 5 from this line. So in these type of cases, you will get to find the foot of perpendicular. There is nothing lengthy also in that. Suppose this is the point given to us, minus 2 comma 4 comma minus 5. Okay, and this line is given to us, x plus 3 by 3 equal to y minus 4 by 5 equal to z plus 8 by 6. So what we'll do, we'll assume one point on this line. How do we assume one point on this line? We'll put it equal to k. So this point will become 3k minus 3 comma 5k plus 4 comma 6k minus 8, comma 6k minus 8. This is what this point will become. Okay, so this is your foot of perpendicular. Now you have to find the value of k, that's it. How will you find? You know that the direction ratios of this line multiplied with direction ratios of this line will give us 0 because these two are perpendicular. So let's say this is A, this is B, okay, this is C, this is D. So dr of AB, dr of AB will be what? 2k minus 3 minus 2, that means 2k minus 5, right? 5k plus 4 minus 4, that means 5k, comma 6k minus 8 minus 5, that means 6k minus 8 plus 5, 6k minus 3, correct? These will be the drs, and drs of this line CD are already given to you. CD, drs of CD are already given to you. What are the drs? 3, 5 and 6. So you just need to do 2k minus 5 multiplied with 3 plus 5k multiplied with 5 plus 6k minus 3 multiplied with 6 equal to 0. Product of sum of product of drs will come out to be equal to 0 because of this, right? Okay, anything else? Probability. Okay, in vector, most important thing I'm telling you, in vector, writing the equation in Cartesian as well as linear as well as vector form, that part is important. Revise that part at least, okay, right? Otherwise just simple things. Dot product A dot B is magnitude of A multiplied with magnitude of B cos theta, and angle between two vectors is A dot B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Okay, remember this thing. A dot cos theta, that means angle between two vectors is vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of A magnitude of B. How do you find the dot product? Dot product is simple. AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Suppose if vector is 3i plus 2j minus k dot with 3i minus j plus 2k, right? So dot product is always scalar. So multiply I with I, 3 3s are 9, 2 with minus 1, that means minus 2, minus 1 with 2, that means minus 2. This is going to be the value 5. 5 will come out as dot product. Okay, cos theta will be dot of this divided by magnitude of this. What will be the magnitude? 9 plus 4 plus 1. Magnitude over here also 9 plus 1 plus 4. Okay, so divide by the magnitude. Now your projection, yes, please do the projection revision also once. Projection of one vector on the other. Projection of A on B will be A vector dot with B cap, that means unit vector. And what will be unit vector of B? B divided by mod of B. So A dot B divided by magnitude of B will be projection of A on B. Suppose I am finding B on A, projection of B on A, then it will be B dot with A cap, that means B dot with A vector divided by magnitude of A. So B dot A divided by magnitude of A is projection of B on A. So for example, A on B, let's say this is A, this is B. So A dot B will become how much? A dot B will become 7 minus 3 plus 56. 7 minus 3, 4 plus 56, that means 60. Divided by magnitude of B, that means 49 plus 1, 50, 50 plus 64. Right? So 114, square root of 114. That's it. This will become your projection of A on B. And B on A also, likewise you can find. Cross product. Remember one thing, if they ask you find a vector which is perpendicular to vector A as well as vector B, then you have to do A cross B. Suppose if they ask you find the vector which is perpendicular to A, then also you have to find then also you can find A cross B, right? Vector which is perpendicular to both A as well as B is A cross B. How do you find A cross B? I, J, K, then components. That's it. I component, J component, K component for first vector, I component, J component, K component for second vector. For example, suppose if I am doing 3I minus 2J plus K cross with 2I minus 2J plus 4K. Okay, so what will be the cross? I, J, K, I'll write like this, right? 3 minus 2 and 1 components of this, then components of this 2 minus 2 and 4, and then I'll find determinant of this. That will be the value of, and always if they ask you find the vector product of these two vectors, the given vectors, vector product is always cross product, scalar product is always dot product. They can give you question like these. Okay, if this is this, find the A cross B. So simple, I, J, K, components 1 minus 7, 7, 3 minus 2, 2, determinant. Okay, cross product, dot product. Okay, area of triangle and parallelogram, cross product, right? Cross product of adjacent side gives you the area of parallelogram, and half of the cross product of adjacent side will give you the area of triangle. Remember this. 3D geometry, DCDRs, you should be familiar with. 3D geometry, I don't think much problem is there, except that one question which I showed you, that is very important. Acha, find the Cartesian equation of line passing through this point and parallel to the given line. Find the Cartesian equation of line which is passing through this point. So Cartesian equation is like this: x minus x1 upon a equal to y minus y1 upon b equal to z minus z1 upon c. Here x1, y1, z1 are point on which it is passing through. A, B, C are direction ratios. Okay, direction ratios. Now if two lines are parallel, their direction ratios or direction cosines will be same, right? So this, the line should be parallel to this. That means direction ratios can be 3, 5 and 6, and it is passing through minus 2, 4 and minus 5. So x minus x1, that means x minus minus 2, that means x plus 2. Direction ratio I'll take from here, equal to y minus 4 divided by direction ratio I'll take from here, equal to z minus minus 5, that means z plus 5 divided by direction ratio I'll take from here, that means 6. Okay, so this is how 3D. Find the angle between two lines given in vector form. Angle between two lines means angle between the line parallel to them or their parallel vectors. That means you just have to find angle between 3i plus 2j plus 6k and I plus 2j plus 2k. You just have to find angle between these two. What is the angle? Angle between two vectors is a vector dot b vector divided by the magnitude of a vector and multiplied with magnitude of b vector. So a dot b will become 3 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 6 into 2. That means 3 plus 4 plus 12, 6 is 19, right? 3 plus 4, 19 divided by magnitude of a, 9 plus 4 plus 36, 49, that means 7. Determinant of b, 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9, that means 3. So 19 by 21 will become the angle. Cos inverse of 19 by 21 will become the angle between them. Okay, find the values of p for, so that these two are at right angles. If these two are at right angles, then sum of the product of their direction cosine, direction ratios will become equal to 0. What are the direction cosines and direction ratios over here? These. That means 3 into 3p plus 1 into 2p plus 2 into 5, that means 10. This will come out to be equal to 0. That means 9p plus 2p, 11p plus 10 should come out equal to 0. That means p should be minus 10 by 11. This is how you have to give the answer. Remember small things. Okay, somebody was asking for probability. Okay, probability I can quickly get you revised in just 15 minutes. If you can wait for 15 minutes, we can quickly revise the probability. Sir, main subject का तो हो ही गया पेपर. Beta, this is about CBSE board, beta. Okay, so let's revise probability once very quickly. First thing is conditional probability. Conditional probability. Okay, first thing we read in probability we need to understand is conditional probability. Conditional probability is written like this: P of A by B or slash B. What does it mean? Find the probability of B, find the probability of A when B has already taken place. What do we mean by this? Find the probability of A when B has already taken place. What does this mean? This means P of A intersection B divided by P probability of B, this B. Okay, probability of B, P of probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. Understand with the help of simple example. Let's say a coin is tossed 3 times. Coin tossed 3 times. And what is the most important thing about conditional probability question? They will always, the question will always contain known that. This term, if it is there, then you have to apply this, or given that. If in the question you see this thing written, known that or given that, that means you have to apply conditional probability. For example, a coin tossed 3 times, right? A coin tossed 3 times. Now, what is the probability that you get head on the third toss, that you get head on the third toss, when it is given that on the first 2 tosses also you got head? Okay, what is the probability that you get head on the third toss when it is given that you got head on the first 2 tosses? Okay, so 2 events are there. Event A, where we get head on third toss, head on third toss, right? When already head on first 2 tosses, we have got head on first 2 tosses. These are your 2 events. Right, what are you finding? P of A by B. You are finding the probability of getting head on third toss, when you already got head on the first toss, first 2 tosses you already got head, and you want to know the probability that third time also I'll get the head only. So first you will write the sample space of 3 tosses, 3 times tosses. That means HHH, HHT, okay, HHH, HHT, HTH and THH, HTH and THH. Okay, first head, second head, third head, first head, second head, third tail, first head, second tail, third head. Now replace HHH with TTT, TTH, THT and HTT. This will be your sample space. This will become your sample space. Now, if head on third toss, what are the events where we have head on third toss? HHH has third toss, HTH, THH, TTH. Okay, HHH, HTH, THH and TTH. In these we have head on third toss. HHH, HTH, THH and TTH. In these cases we are getting head on the third toss. And when are we getting head on first 2 tosses? Head on first 2 tosses. That means HHH, in case of this, will get head on first 2 tosses. And in case of HHT, we are getting head on first 2 tosses. Okay, now apply this. Probability of A, probability of getting head on third toss when it is already given that we have got head on first 2 tosses. Right, so probability of A intersection B. A is this, B is this. Intersection, which is the common event? HHS is the common event. Probability of getting HHH is how much? 1 by 8. Common event between these two, HHH. 1 by 8 is the probability of getting HHH. Probability of B, that means head on first 2 tosses. What is the probability of B? 2 cases are there for first 2 tosses. That means 2 by 8. Okay, what will be our answer? 1 by 2. There is 50% chance that you will get third also as head when you have got head on first 2 tosses when you are tossing 3 times. Okay, this is conditional probability. This is conditional probability. Now few more things in probability. Remember probability of A intersection B. How do we write probability of A intersection B? This we write also in 11th class. Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A union B. Okay, here I'll tell you what is union and intersection also. And if you are doing probability of A, these formulas can be directly asked in 1 mark questions. Definitely I'm telling you. Formulas can also be asked in 1 mark questions at least. Probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Very simple formulas. Union, intersection, intersection, union. Okay. Whenever A and B is written, whenever two events and between and is written, this means you are finding A intersection B. If A or B is written, this means that you are finding A union B. This means that you are finding A union B. Okay. A but not B. Suppose if you have written A should happen but B should not happen. A but not B means A minus B, simply. Suppose you want probability of this to happen but this not to happen. That means A minus B. Neither A. Okay, neither A nor B. Some case can be neither A nor B. Neither A nor B. If this case is written, this will be represented as A complement intersection B complement. A complement intersection B complement. A complement is 1 minus probability of A. Probability of A complement, that means probability of not happening of A is nothing but 1 minus probability of A. Similarly, probability of B complement, that means probability of not happening of B will be 1 minus probability of B. Very simple things. Please revise this before going to the exam. Okay. Now what is probability of A plus probability of A complement? Direct question is asked on this. Very simple thing, but one MCQ can be formed from here. Probability of A plus probability of its component. Probability of A plus 1 minus probability of A. That means 1 only, right? For example, probability to win is 0.4, then probability to lose will become 0.6. Probability to say truth is 0.75, then probability of lying will be 0.25. Very simple to understand like that. Now next thing comes is independent events. What happens in case of independent events? Independent events. Now what are independent events? Independent event means, suppose I'm rolling 2 die. One die I'm rolling in two separate dies I'm rolling. Rolling of one, like experiment on one die will not affect the experiment on another die. When two different things, separated things are happening, two completely independent events are happening, that means one event is not affecting the other and other is not affecting the one. Those events are called independent events. In these cases, if I write A slash B or by B, this means probability of A when B has already happened. But here B is not affecting A. So P of A by B will become nothing but probability of A only. Because A and B are independent events. B is not affecting A. It does not matter B is happening or not happening, A is happening separately. So P of A by B in this case becomes P of A only. Now P of B by A also will become equal to P of B over here. Okay. So when we write the formula which is P of A intersection B over P of B. Right. Now this thing is what? P of A only. Right. This thing is P of A only. So P of A multiplied with P of B will come out to be P of A intersection B if A and B are independent events. This is direct formula which you should remember. This is most important. For independent events, P of A into P of B is equal to P of A intersection B. Okay. Similarly, one more formula you can remember, P of A complement intersection P of B complement in case of independent events will also be P of A complement multiplied with P of B complement. In case when A and B are independent events, direct question can be asked from here also. Okay. So just 15-20 more minutes, then we'll end this up because you have to go for exam. Prepare yourself, stay confident, okay? Stay completely confident, don't worry. Whatever happens, write whatever you know in at least every question. Even if you don't know, don't leave any question blank, my guy. Just mark my words, don't leave any question blank. Try to attempt section wise at least. If you are not attempting serial wise, attempt section wise. Try to keep the paper neat, very neat. Make the diagram if you don't know anything. Don't leave any question. Write something related to the question, something relatable only. Don't write a song or something in that. That will be a big problem. Okay. Now, if A and B are independent events, then one more formula is applied. Probability of A union B. Probability of A union B becomes simply nothing but 1 minus probability of A complement multiplied with probability of B complement. Direct. This again for independent events, this one formula is very important and this one formula is very important. Directly you might have to apply. You might get to apply. Now we can take an example also. Suppose a die is thrown, right? Suppose a die is thrown and a number appearing is multiple of 3 and another event is number appearing is multiple of is an even number. Right? Suppose a die is thrown. If I take a question that a die is thrown, event A is number appearing is multiple of 3 and second event is, another case is number appearing is an even number. Right, number appearing is even number. Now what in CBS in board what they'll ask you to prove that these two are independent events. Prove that these two are independent events. This is the most important question in CBSE. Number appearing is even. So what if they ask you to prove that these are two independent events? You write the sample space of A. Number appearing is multiple of 3. 3 and 6. Only two numbers are multiple of 3. What is the sample space of B? 2, 4 and 6. 2, 4 and 6. Now only one statement you have to use to prove that your these two are independent events. Just prove that P of A intersection B. Just prove that P of A intersection B is equal to P of A multiplied with P of B. What will be P of A? P of A, that means 2 by 6. Right? P of A will be, P of A over here will become your 2 by 6, that means 1 by 3. What will be P of B? P of B will become 3 by 6, that means 1 by 2. P of A intersection B, that means intersection of these two. What is the intersection of these two? 6. 6 is the intersection, that means 1 by 6. P of A intersection B also you can write. P of A intersection B will be equal to 1 by 6. Why? Because only one intersection is there, 6, and total cases are 6. So 1 by 6 is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. That means P of A intersection B is equal to P of A multiplied with P of B. So that means they are equal. That means these are independent events. Whenever you have to prove that two events are independent events, always use this. Okay. Question can come on this. Okay. Now I think Bayes theorem, right? Bayes theorem also we can revise. Right? Bayes theorem stands for basically if three events are happening and there is a common event between them. Suppose there are three events, E1, E2 and E3. Three events are occurring place and there is an A is a common event for E1, E2 or even E2, E3. A is a common event in either all the three or any two. Suppose let's take only two events. Okay, and A is a common event in between these two. So what do we find? We find that probability that A is happening and A is happening in case of even. In case of even. Let's take an example. I'll explain you that. First, write the formula. Write the formula. So P of even from A. That A event has occurred. Suppose we are withdrawing a red ball and red balls are in three different boxes. Now if I want to find the probability that red ball is taken out from first box, then A event will be taking the red ball out. That means red ball is taken out, but now you have to find the probability that the red ball is taken out from the first jar. So E1 will be the first jar. Correct. For example, a ball is taken out at suppose so first let me write the formula. So this is given by P of E1 multiplied with P of E1 multiplied with P of A from E1, P of A from E1 divided by P of E1, same thing, P of E1 multiplied with P of A by E1, P of A by E1 plus P of E1, sorry, P of E2 multiplied with P of A by E2, P of E2 multiplied with P of A by E2. For example, simple example, let's take. Suppose there is a jar. There are two jars. In the first jar, we have 3 red balls and 4 blue balls. Suppose in this one we have 3 red balls and 4 blue balls, and here we have 5 red balls, let's say, and 6 blue balls, and let's say 6 blue balls. Now I want to find the probability. Listen to me carefully. A ball is drawn at random from one of these 2 jars. Okay, the question is, the ball is drawn at random from one of these 2 jars, and it is known, and it is already known, or it is found that the ball is red. Right, ball is taken out at random from these 2 jars, and it is known that the ball is red. Then find the probability that it was taken from jar number 1. So what we'll be finding? We'll be finding the probability of E1 by A. That means probability of red ball taken out from jar number 1. Okay, from jar number 1. So how is it given? First we'll calculate P of E1. First we'll calculate P of E1. 2 jars are there. Probability to take out from one out of the 2 jars will be equal to 1 by 2. So P of E1 will be equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, P of E2 will also be equal to 1 by 2. Right, both are equally likely. P of A by E1. P of A by E1. That means red ball from jar number 1. So 3 by 7. This will become 3 by 7. 3 and total are 7. Right, P of A by E2 also will check. P of A by E2 also will check. So P of A by E2 will come out how much? 5 by 11. 5 by 11. Right, because red balls are 5 and total are 11. Now we'll just put them in the formula. 1 by 2 multiplied with 3 by 7. So this will become 1 by 2 multiplied with 3 by 7. Divided by P E1 multiplied with A by E1. So 1 by 2 into 3 by 7. Correct? So it will become 3 by 14. Correct? One by 2 P E1 multiplied with A by E1, that means 3 by 7. So 1 by 2 into 3 by 7, so 3 by 14, and PE2 into this, so 5 by 22, right? 5 by 22 plus 5 by 22. This will become your answer. That's it. Okay. Suppose there is one more popular question which will help you understand. Suppose a man speaks truth 3 out of 4 times. Man speaks truth 3 out of 4 times. Suppose there is a man who speaks truth 3 out of 4 times. Okay, and he rolls a die. Let's say he rolls a die, and he rolls a die and says that it's a 6. That means 6 appeared, right? It's a 6. Then what is the probability that it is actually a 6? What is the probability that it's actually a 6? This is a popular question of Bayes theorem. Okay, what is the probability that it is actually 6? So now here two events are occurring, taking place. One is that he speaks truth. Event one is that he speaks truth. This is one event. Okay, second event is that he speaks lie. That he speaks lie. He tells lie. This is the event. Okay, what is our event? What do we want? That what do we want from here? That he says that it's 6. That means he reports a 6. That means this guy reports a 6. He reports. What is our favorable event? That he reports a 6. Now what do we want? He reports a 6 and he is lying. We want that he is reporting a 6 and he is lying. Right? That means A has already happened. He has already reported 6. Now we just need to find that he is telling the truth. Not lying, sorry. He is telling the truth. I mean, he already has reported 6, but we want to now find the probability that he is speaking a truth. So we want to find even over A. That's what we want to find. Now here, what will be P even? That he speaks the truth. What is P even? He speaks the truth. That means 3 out of 4 times. P E2, he speaks lie. That means 1 minus 3 by 4. That means 1/4 times he lies. Okay. What is P A by even? P A by even. Now, listen carefully. How do we read this? That even has happened and P, that means he reported 6 and he is telling the truth. He is reported 6 and he is telling the truth. Right? How many 6 are there? 1. 1 6 is there. So probability of that is 1 by 6. If he is telling the truth, probability will become 1 by 6. And if he is telling the lie, then probability is 5 by 6. That's it. Put it in the formula. Formula is again same only. P of even, right? P of even dot P of A by even divided by P of even, P of A by even plus P of E2 into P of A by E2. The probability. So P of even we have, P of A by even we have, P of E2 we have, P of A by E2 we have. We just have to put in the formula and we'll get the direct answer. Okay, so now simple tips for you. I think we should stop it now because now you have to prepare yourself for also for the exam. Tell me if you want to talk about anything right now. कोई paper leak कर दो यार. पर मेरा मैथ में लग रहा है यार कोई. Okay, no problem. देखो तैयारी है या नहीं है, whatever it is the case, remember 2 things. Remember 3-4 things actually. Try to keep your paper neat. Whatever you are solving, write it neatly. Don't do too much crisscross. Okay. Be confident. First of all, believe I know I have studied something. Some of the things are there in my mind. I can at least get the passing mark. Don't fail today. Okay. If you are attempting the exam, for the students who are very confident, if you are attempting the exam, if you are super confident, then attempt serial wise. Okay. If you are not very confident, then attempt the paper at least section wise. Attempt the paper at least section wise. Alright, remember partial marking is going to be there, so don't leave any question empty. Write whatever you know related to that question, any formula, any concept. If you can make the diagram, do that. Some partial marking will be given. Exam checkers are also lenient. They don't want to fail you, so don't give them any chance. Don't just leave the paper blank, many spaces blank, two pages you left blank and then you are solving on the 3rd page. Don't do all those things. Okay, solve as much as you can. Believe in yourself. Take the blessings of your parents. Take the blessings of the whichever God you believe in or whatever you believe in. You know, stay positive and go for the exam. All the best. You are going to crack it. Don't worry about it. All the best. Best of luck. Stay confident. Okay. So see you after the exam. Let me know how it went. NEET और JEE का एग्जाम कैसे दें जब यहाँ 12th फेल है. कोई बात नहीं, नहीं निकलेगा फेल. Don't think negative. ऑलरेडी इफ यूल थिंक नो कि नहीं होगा, मेरा फेल हो रहा हूँ मैं, मेरे को कुछ नहीं आता, आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग, उन्ना मिले, अब देयर इज नथिंग आई कैन डू नाउ. Negativity will only cause negativities. Go there, stay positive, and just believe that I know thing. I'll manage today. I'll manage. I'll do something. I'll not let myself fail today. I cannot fail. You have prepared in 2 years. You remember a lot of things. Look at the questions carefully. Write whatever you can in the questions. Write whatever you can in the answer sheet related to the questions. Don't write songs and or anything. Right? Don't piss off the examiner. Don't try to write any random thing which will piss off the examiner and you'll lose trust. No. Write relatable thing only, but my point is don't leave anything empty. Make the paper neat and clean. Okay? Stay confident. It's okay. Whatever you're feeling right now, keep that feeling away. Tell yourself, I can do this. Do something positive. Talk to your guardians, talk to your parents, take their blessings. Go to temple before going for the exam. Go to whichever holy place you go to. You can go anywhere. It's not necessary temple only. You can go anywhere you want, wherever you feel positive. But do not let yourself fail today. Do not be negative. Okay, whatever happened, whatever has happened, you have these 3 hours. You can put all your brains in these 3 hours. Okay, try to achieve as much as you can. All the best. Give your best. Bye bye. Take care. Have fun. Thank you. Application of derivative. Dev, which question you want? Tell me quickly. I can show you one. We solved a lot of questions of AOD. Try going back. Okay, there are questions of AOD. सब इंटीग्रल्स और AOD में से आएगा सर. 3 marks में yes, differential equations and AOD most chances, but matrix can also come. It's not necessary. Matrix can also come 3 marks, right? Vectors can come 3 marks. It's not necessary. But yeah, most chances are that it will come from AOD, differential equation, or most of the chances. Very few chances that it will be from matrices. So triangle change in height and base. Triangle change in height and base. क्या बोलना चाह रहा है? One question we have done like that. We discussed just done like that. Try doing that question. Thank you, sir, for all your efforts. Thank you, the home. Okay, go now. Cone you don't need to do, Dev. Don't do complex curves. In cone, why do you need to do cone? पूरा पेपर भर के आओगे तो चांसेस आर बेटर दैट कि अच्छे से पास हो जाओगे. ठीक है, भर के, लेकिन कुछ भी फालतू मत लिखना. ठीक है, कुछ भी ऐसे ही रैंडम मत लिखना. थोड़ा सोच समझ के लिखना. सर थोड़ा फास्ट चलो. हो गया बेटा, खत्म हो गया, हो चुका. अब टाइम नहीं बचा है रिवीजन का. अब आप लोग जाइए. नाउ यू गाइस गो, टेक अ गुड शावर, बी पॉजिटिव एंड गो फॉर द एग्जाम. नाउ डोंट टेक एनी स्ट्रेस. ओके, यू विल डू गुड. डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. My school said no, beta. In area under the curves also complex curves won't come. They won't come. Will not come. My pleasure. My pleasure, Himesh Kalra. Acha, AOD you are saying AOD cone based. I'll show you entire AOD. Wait, we did. What are you saying cone based? I'm not understanding only. You are saying rate measure and all that. Rate measure questions kya beta? Tangents, normals won't come. Don't worry about it. Tangents, normals and approximation, they will not come. They will not come. Tangents, normals and approximation questions are not going to come. Don't worry about it. They are out of syllabus. These type of questions you are saying, kya? Volume of cube and all that. Area of triangle in AOD. Why would you do anything related to area of triangle in AOD? Applications or derivative. There is nothing like that, Dev. I think you have wrong information. I'm not able to understand you clearly. Alright guys, all the best. Best of luck. You are going to do it. Believe it today. This is your day. Alright. Last exam. After that you sleep. As much as you want. Have fun. But today for these 3 hours, believe in yourself. Don't lose hope. Okay, don't lose hope. As much as you can do it today. Chaliye, I'll take my leave. I'm now very sleepy. Foot of perpendicular we just discussed, Chitresh. Just go a little bit back. You'll be able to understand.